Welcome to the LBS Financial Credit Union Pyramid for the Women's Volleyball Big West Championship Finals. UC Davis and Cal Poly are going head-to-head for all the glory. I'm Bruce Kuntz alongside JayDe Beaudry, and you are listening to 22 West Radio. It's the top two seeds in the tournament who both won yesterday to reach the final. Both games were four-set thrillers as UC Davis took down UC Santa Barbara and Cal Poly defeated the tournament hosts in Long Beach State. The Aggies won their program's first regular season Big West Championship this year as they suffered only 2 conference losses. One of them was at the hands of the Mustangs in their only matchup before today. UC Davis was one of 15 opponents Cal Poly beat to round out a perfect home record in San Luis Obispo's Mott Athletic Center. This game will show off many of the top stars in the conference. Both setters, UC Davis's Mia Starr and Cal Poly's Emmy Bullis, were all Big West first-team selections. Further, the Aggies' Jade Light and the Mustangs' Kendall Bashir are two of the most explosive attackers in the conference. JayDe, it all comes down to this, but no matter who wins, there will be a new champion of the Big West.
That's right, Bruce, and what an occasion tonight is set to be. On one side, we will witness the Mustangs hoping to leap over their final hurdle, having made it just short of the final last season. They came up injury-riddled and agonizingly short in their loss to Hawaii. And on the other, UC Davis, who sit on the brink of the greatest achievement of their Big West tenure, following a record-breaking regular season and an outright claim to that #1 seed. These two foes, although having met just once this season, also have a history in this tournament and in this arena. 2 years ago in the inaugural Big West Championships, Caroline Walter led the 3-seeded Mustangs past Dan Connor's 6-seeded Davis under the lights of the Walter Pyramid. Now with the championship on the line, it isn't just the coaches who will face off again. 15 players combined from both teams who took to the Terraflex 2 years ago remain on the roster, including a few names the conference has come to know all too well. Jade Light, Mia Starr, Breeze Chapinski, Allie Caldwell, and Allie Chandler are among the Aggies who remember the agony of defeat and will look for a reversal of fortunes tonight. Bruce, we've said it all season long, and it's worth saying one more time. We're in for a fantastic night of volleyball.
By many measures, Cal Poly is the best attacking team in the conference, and UC Davis is the best defending team in the conference. So we'll have a couple of juggernauts going head-to-head, and we can talk a little bit about those two matchups yesterday. The semifinal games were absolutely fantastic, and both these teams had to fight extremely hard to even get to this point.
Yeah, what a treat that first matchup was between UC Davis and UC Santa Barbara. It was Santa Barbara who had to set a new career high, new season high, and dig 79 in total from the Gauchos just to hang tough with UC Davis. And Davis did not have their best attacking output, but the defense really shone through, and it was their star players who showed up when it mattered most.
And Long Beach was defeated by Cal Poly in another really good 4-set match. That third set, Cal Poly only won it 25-23, and that got them on their way to a win. It's the top two seeds here in the pyramid going head-to-head for the Big West Women's Volleyball Championship. The Big West Trophy is in the building and waiting to be claimed. Take you through the UC Davis starting lineup. Breeze Chapinski starts at opposite. Jade Light at outside, the Big West Player of the Year. Rachel Dunnigan starts as one of the 2 liberos alongside Jimena Cordero-Barr. Allie Caldwell and Allie Chandler are the 2 middle blockers. For the Mustangs, Emma Frederick starts at outside. Chloe Lelouge in the middle alongside Charlotte Kelly. They've got Marin O'Farrell and Ayla Hurriet as the 2 liberos. Emmy Bullis is the setter, and then Annabelle Falcon, the other outside hitter.
And as entertaining as the attackers are going to be tonight, Bruce, this game will be won and lost. In the back row, it'll be Jimena Cordero-Barr, now touching the floor for the first time tonight, who will anchor the Aggies back line. And for Cal Poly, look no further than Ayla Hurriet. These 2 liberos are outstanding, and they'll have their work cut out for them tonight, with both high-powered attacks going all at it.
Mia Starr going head-to-head with Emmy Bullis, the 2 setters matchup. Both of them on the All Big West first team this year, and they both run a great offense. It's UC Davis who will be serving to get things underway. Rachel Dunnigan back behind the line. The junior gets it across, and we are underway. High popped in the air. Ellis goes all the way to the outside. It's dug out by Starr. Jimena Cordero-Barr to the right pin for Chapinski. She wipes the block, and UC Davis is on the board with the first point.
Breeze Chapinski coming off a 7-kill performance against the Gauchos, was able to go off the hands of Kendall Bashir, who missed the initial swing, getting the first look from Bullis in the middle.
Rachel Dunnigan serves again. 1 serving 0 to begin set 1, and she puts it into the net. A service error from Dunnigan makes it 1-1 in the first set.
Both of these teams are very good at just putting the ball in play, Bruce. But now Kendall Bashir, one of the most fearsome servers in the conference, will step up for the Mustangs.
Bashir's got 43 aces on the season. Had a few of them yesterday against Long Beach State in that semifinal win. Here she goes, tosses it up with the right hand. Bashir booms it right across the tape. Jimena Cordero-Barr keeps it in the air. Back set goes over to Chapinski again, and off a tip. It's out of bounds. Chapinski has 2 kills early on for the Aggies.
Breeze Chapinski, the 5'9" opposite, finished the season 18th in the Big West in kills. 252 kills now for her on the season.
Back behind the line will be Jimena Cordero-Barr, sophomore libero, won Big West Libero of the Year this season, also on the Big West first team. Serve popped up by Bashir. Bullis underneath. Back set goes to Falcon on the right side. Tip from the blockers, but Dunnigan digs it out. Now Star sets up Jade Light. Left side attack dug out by Bullis. Bump set from Hurriet over to the left side. Now a joust at the net, and Cal Poly can't get it across. Emma Frederick tried to go up, but two blockers were there for the Aggies. It's 3-1 UC Davis.
And Frederick and Bullish just not on the same page on that set. Bullish pushes it too high, and Frederick is coming down as she attempts to swing. Even if she hadn't touched that ball, Bruce, the Aggies had the pins covered.
Cordero Barr to serve again. 3-1 Aggies to open up the first set. It's another low one popped up. Back set from Bullis to Falcon, and this time it goes off of Dunnigan and back beyond the back line. It's a kill for Annabelle Falcon. Cal Poly back within one.
Annabelle Falcon had a great night against Long Beach State. 15 kills for her. Gets another one off high hands, and Cal Poly yet to register a kill in this match. It's going to be Point Mustangs, though. Looks like there's an infraction called against the Aggies.
3-2 UC Davis. Ella Scott in to serve. Popped up by Dunnigan. Star right at the net. Goes to her middle blocker, but it's dug out by Bullis. Bump set from Scott over towards Falcon again. Off a tip of the net. Star keeps it in the air. Cordero Barr back set to Light on the left side. It's blocked, but out of bounds. Jade Light has her first kill. It's 4-2 Aggies.
Jade Light had a rough outing last time these two teams met. She eclipsed 1,000 kills in her career, but really only had 10 kills and 15 digs on the night. Her lowest hitting percentage of the season at .091. Good to see her get involved early if you're an Aggies fan.
Hayden Bones in to serve. Service specialist with 35 aces on the year for UC Davis. She puts it across and out of bounds, too strong. So a pair of service errors already for UC Davis. It's 4-3.
Yeah, two service errors account for two of Cal Poly's 3 points early on. The Aggies have looked better offensively, with the Mustangs still close and competitive thanks to those unforced errors.
London Haberfield in off the bench to serve for the Mustangs. Caroline Walters in her 17th season with the program as the head coach. Dunnigan pass up to Star. Set goes to Light. She goes cross court, and she's got the kill. Jade Light stepped just a couple of feet off of the pins towards the middle. Got it through a couple of blockers and down.
Yeah, and when in a pinch, the Aggies are always going to go to Jade Light. Her movement is what makes her so good. They're able to adjust her position on the approach and just get around the block. Mustangs stood no chance.
Now here goes Light. Top 10 in the Big West in service aces this year, but it's popped up by Haberfield. Bullis goes quick to the middle, and Chloe LaLouge is on the board with her first kill. The sophomore middle blocker made all Big West second team and had 17 kills against Long Beach yesterday.
That was a career high, Bruce, and Chloe LaLouge looks as good tonight as she did last night. Coming from the middle, she will be set early and often if she's in rhythm.
LaLouge top 3 in the Big West in hitting percentage and total blocks on the season. Emma Frederick serves now. Low pass from Light, and it's into the ground. It's an ace for Emma Frederick, and we're all tied at 5.
Emma Frederick, her 32nd ace of the year. Best for 6th in the Big West. That time it lands right beyond the 10-foot line, and the Aggies back row cannot handle it.
Frederick had 15 kills and 13 digs, a double-double yesterday in the semifinal. Pass from Cordero Barr. This time it goes over to the right side. Slide play got halted. Chandler just pushes it across. Left side attack from Bashir. Dug out by Cordero Barr on a dive. Star with Cordero Barr at her feet. Sets over to the left side for Rubino, but Haberfield digs it out. Bullis goes over towards Bashir again, and she tools the block out of bounds. Kendall Bashir has a kill, and Cal Poly has their first lead.
If you don't put Cal Poly away, they will crawl their way back every single time. We saw it on display against Long Beach State last night. Even though it hasn't been the best start for the Mustangs, they now find themselves in the lead.
Emma Frederick serves again. 3-point run for the Mustangs. Pass up to Star right at the net. She goes to Habino on the left side, but it's popped up. The dig from Frederick. Now Bashir attacking again. Dug out by Habino. Star sets up Light from the back row. She just tips it across, but Hurriet digs it out. Bullis goes over to Bashir again. She goes power angle, but missed it too long. Bashir was falling out of bounds as she went for that attack. A tough one, and she misses the line. We're all tied at 6.
Kendall Bashir, so much power in her swing, even though she catches that one with her pinky, Bruce, just a few inches beyond the far side of the floor. We're tied up once again, 6 apiece.
Allie Chandler serving, all Big West second team selection here. Junior middle blocker lobs it across. Pass from Haberfield into the back row. Bullis ranges underneath. Sets up Frederick. The back row attack goes right off the blocker and out of bounds. It's a kill for Emma Frederick, and it's 7-6 Cal Poly.
Emma Frederick, 15 kills on 36 swings. She was set second most of any Mustang on the floor against Long Beach State. She's back in rhythm as well. Back and forth we go.
7 serving 6 in this first set of the Big West Championship Final. Alif Hurriet puts it across. It's low to the ground on the pass. Star bumps it over to Habino. She's got the kill anyway. UC Davis had to scramble, and it was a great job by Mia Star to go straight for the bump set off a low pass. Line drive right to her, but Star handles it, gets it to Habino. She's got the kill.
It's a low pass away from Star, Bruce, and you said it best. That is a hard play that Mia Star just makes look so easy.
7-7. Star serves this time. It's low, but kept up in the air by Haberfield. Left side attack from Bashir gets blocked and roofed. UC Davis stops the attack at the net. Breeze Chapinski and Allie Caldwell send it right back. 8-7 Davis.
When these two teams met early on this season, Cal Poly was held to their lowest blocking performance of the season, just 3 as a team. It was the Aggies who dominated above the tape, 12 blocks for them on that night.
Mia Starr serves again, the Big West Setter of the Year, lobs it over and out of bounds, too strong. So UC Davis with some struggles behind the service line, already 3 errors. We're tied at 8.
Those errors could prove costly. Mustangs, a very capable team when their offense is able to get a few points stacked on top of one another. These sideouts, though, definitely benefit UC Davis.
Now Emmy Bullis to serve for the first time. Redshirt senior has spent all 5 years of her collegiate career with Cal Poly. She puts this one over. Jimena Cardero Barr pops it up. Set goes over to the right side, but it's roofed down. Cal Poly with a big stuff at the net. They've got their first roof. Side to side, Charlotte Kelly and Kendall Bashir put it right into the floor.
Kendall Bashir is fired up, and that's what the Mustangs needed to respond. Both teams trading blocks here inside the first 10 points.
9-8, Cal Poly ahead. Bullis bounces the ball in front of her. Now she's ready to go. Wisconsin native puts it over and too strong with the first service error for Cal Poly. It's 9-9 in set 1.
Yeah, and this first set unfolding at a rapid pace. Both teams starting out at very high percentages so far, both above 65% side-out percentage. So neither team really able to stack a run here early on, but one is coming. 2 very capable offenses once they get in rhythm.
The Aggies have completed a full rotation. Rachel Dunnigan back behind the line again. This time she hits it out too strong. So they trade service errors. It's 10-9 Cal Poly. That was a strength for Cal Poly in that game against Long Beach State yesterday. Had a 65% side-out percentage, especially in that 4th set. Couldn't get a rally going for Long Beach State. Kendall Bashir serves for Cal Poly. High toss. She booms it over. Cordero Barr with a nice pass up the Star. She goes to light on the left side, but it's dug out overhead by Bullis. Bumps it over to the left side for Frederick, and she's got the kill. Double block was there for UC Davis, but Frederick with a big swing to just sneak it through and then down to the ground.
That's big for Frederick and big for Cal Poly, because if there's one woman you want behind the line to start a service run, it's Kendall Bashir.
Bashir went on a couple of runs yesterday against Long Beach State. Has struggled with errors this year, but she has the hardest serve in the conference, so also second in the Big West in aces. Booms another one over. Dunnigan overpass straight into a kill for Charlotte Kelly. Dunnigan puts a low line drive right above the net, and the freshman middle blocker for the Mustangs deposits it right down into the floor.
Kendall Bashir with her power serve just forces Dunnigan to go low to the ground. She cannot get it up to her setter, and it's easy in the middle for Charlotte Kelly.
It's a run here for Cal Poly, 3 straight points. 12 serving 9 in set 1. The sophomore Kendall Bashir goes again, hits it in. It's an ace for Kendall Bashir. Booms it over the net with some topspin right onto the back line. And now Dan Connors will call timeout for the Aggies.
One of these teams had to break out eventually, and it's Kendall Bashir behind the service line who proves to be the punisher. Mustangs up by 4, their first advantage after trailing through the first few points. It all starts in service for the Mustangs.
13-9, Cal Poly ahead of UC Davis here in the first set of the Big West Championship Finals. We'll be right back on 22 West Radio. Cal Poly on a 4-0 scoring run here in the first set. It's 13-9. Mustangs taking on the Aggies in the Big West Championship Final.
And Dan Connors with that timeout trying to ice Kendall Bashir. She had 3 aces and 5 service errors last night. Has already painted the back line once from behind the service line, looking to extend this 4-point lead for Cal Poly.
Mustangs the 2 seed against the 1 seed Aggies. Kendall Bashir ready to go again. Had her first ace of the night to send us into the break. Bashir booms it over again. Dunnigan handles this one. Star right at the net, keeps it on the Davis side. Light uses the left hand to push it over. Hurriet bump set, goes for Frederick on the left side, and Emma Frederick has the kill. It's a 5-0 scoring run for Cal Poly. They've opened up their lead to 14-9.
It's a 5-0 run buoyed by a pair of kills from Emma Frederick. It's Cal Poly who's been starting out UC Davis to start this first set, and now Frederick has the offense firing on all cylinders.
UC Davis trying to break this scoring run. 14 serving 9 in set 1. Kendall Bashir, another high toss with the right hand, booms it with that same one. Overpass, but Star keeps it on the side. Light just has to push it over again. Bolus underneath, sets up Kelly. Charlotte Kelly sends it right down. Kendall Bashir is putting UC Davis out of system, and the Mustangs continue to take advantage.
Kendall Bashir just looks so calm and composed behind the line before she winds up and unloads. As you mentioned, Bruce, the hardest serve in the conference, and the Aggies have not been able to handle it.
Bashir going through her routine again. 15-9. Bashir hits this one over. Better pass this time from Cordero Barr. Back set over to the right side, and Shapinski puts an end to the run. The Aggies are back on the board. It's 15-10.
And that stops a 6-0 run from Kendall Bashir behind the service line, and now UC Davis are going to be forced to play catch-up, down by 5 halfway through set 1.
Off the kill from Chapinski, it's Cordero Barr heading behind the service line. 30 service aces on the year for her. She puts it over. Bashir with a pass into the back row. Bullis back set to Falcon on the right side. Dug out by Dunnigan. Star back set to the right side for Chapinski again. She hits line, but hits it out of bounds. Was looking for a tip there, but did not get it. So it's immediate side out for Cal Poly on their first chance. It's 16-10.
Yeah, it's another successful side out. More substitutions now come for Cal Poly. Ella Scott, the junior libero defensive specialist, will step behind the service line.
5'7" junior Ella Scott ready to go. Back into serve. She lobs it across. Dunnigan, a high pass. That one might have been out. But now Star underneath. Bump set to Light on the left side. Puts it off the blockers. Bashir keeps it up. Back set from Bullis. Stalkin again. Dug out. Cordero Barr. Way from the back row. Star sets up Light again. Roll shot dug out by Bashir. But they're going to call a violation against the Mustangs. Looks like Falcon might have broke the plane underneath the net. It was a double touch called against Cal Poly. Even as the attack was coming from UC Davis. It looked close when Bashir had the dig in the back row. She was pushing it back towards the net as she was falling away. So a little bit after that play, they blow it dead. 11 serving 16. UC Davis puts it across. Popped up in the air by Hurriet. Left side, here's Frederick swinging line, but it's out of bounds. UC Davis wins the point as Frederick can't find the back corner.
Emmy Bullis and Mia Starr, really two sides of the same coin at the setter's position. Both of their strengths lie in their size, being able to move around the floor easily inside the 10-foot line and push across from one side of the floor to the other.
Bones serves again. Bashir to the ground on a pass to Bullis. Sets to LaLouge in the middle, and she brings it right down. Chloe LaLouge hitting with efficiency again. She's got 2 kills on 2 swings. It's 17-12 Cal Poly.
And Emmy Bullis that time is able to hang out inside the 10-foot line. A good pass and serve receive gets her quick to the middle. Bullis, such a talented setter. We're going to see her run the offense all night long.
London Haberfield, the senior service specialist, back in for Cal Poly. Stands just 5'3" as she gets this one across. Pass up in the air from Dunnigan, way back towards the bench. Cordero Barr out of bounds as it's going to be a free ball for Light. First touch, Bashir. Bullis goes to LaLouge again. She tips it over. Davis scrambling. It's a 4th touch. That'll be a kill for Chloe LaLouge. The Aggies had to dive in as LaLouge threw it over softly, and they can't get it back across. 18-12 Mustangs.
Cordero Barr dug it out with her head. Mia Starr got the 2nd touch, and then Allie Chandler applied the 3rd. Could not get it back over the net. It's another timeout called by Dan Connors. It's Cal Poly inching closer to a first set victory.
Dan Connors, the Big West Coach of the Year this season, as the Aggies won their first ever Big West regular season championship. But it's Cal Poly who's ahead here in set 1, 18-12. Another timeout for the Aggies on 22 West Radio. Cal Poly with a good start to this one. It's 18-12 in set one. Mustangs ahead.
Yeah, and it's a 6-0 run early on in this set from Kendall Bashir behind the service line that UC Davis has yet to respond to. It's still Cal Poly able to side out the Aggies at 69% in the closing stages of set one.
18 serving 12 here in the first set of the Big West Championship final, but it's into the net. London Haberfield with a service error for the Mustangs. Aggies will get the serve back, trailing by 5.
London Haberfield in her senior season hoping to bring a championship back to Cal Poly, and now if you're UC Davis, you love who's behind the service line right now. Down by 5, up steps the Big West Player of the Year.
Jade Light with over 400 kills this season. Now she serves out of bounds. UC Davis hasn't gotten their serve dialed in yet. They've got 5 service errors here in set one.
And that is a solid rotation and a big missed opportunity for UC Davis with Jade Light serving in, attacking from the back row. It's back to advantage Mustangs. Now they sit 6 points away from a set victory.
Emma Frederick, the Big West honorable mention, puts this one over, and it's an ace in the back row. Brooke Habino has it deflect right off her arm and out of bounds. Habino Frederick, didn't put too much behind that serve, but Habino can't handle it. It's 20-13 Mustangs. 32 service aces this year for Frederick. This time Light handles it. Star sets up Light from the back row off a tip. A nice dig from Hurriet. Cal Poly pushes it back across. Bones puts it up towards Habino. It's blocked. Davis still scrambling. Now it's back at the net. Habino again gets blocked. Back-to-back blocks for the Mustangs. It's Lelouch and Bullis side to side, and this time it's a roof into the floor.
And Brooke Habino had a tough task. Jade Light forced to bump set it from beyond the back line, and Habino at a tight angle meets the double block of Cal Poly. Chloe Lelouch does an excellent job cutting off the cross-court shot, and now Cal Poly is able to extend their lead to 8.
21 serving 13. Cal Poly in control of this first set. It hits the tape, and first touch goes to Star. Left side attack here gets dug out by the Vanos attack. Lelouch pushes it across. Vanos first dig. Now she goes on the attack. Haberfield's dig goes back over the net and out of bounds. So it's a kill for Victoria Vanos right off the bench for the Aggies.
This is a substitution we saw yesterday in set 3 as UC Davis took on UC Santa Barbara. Out goes Habino. In comes the senior Victoria Vanos. She made a difference. 4 kills on 9 swings. And now Dan Connors continues to shuffle his lineup, turning to the service specialist, Layla Burgess.
Burgess, the freshman, comes off the bench here. Allie Chandler was set to serve, but she'll head off. 14 serving 21 in set 1. And the Burgess, the true freshman, originally from San Luis Obispo, and she hits it into the net. UC Davis continuing to struggle from behind the service line. Cal Poly now 3 points away from a set 1 win.
And off goes Layla Burgess. She appeared in the last match between these two teams at the setter position late on in set 4. She goes off. Back in comes Victoria Vanos, the outside hitter.
The libero for Cal Poly to serve. Elif Hurriet, originally from Istanbul, Turkey. She lobs this one over. Light pops it up in the air. Second touch goes to Bones. Attack from the left side. A tip, but it's dug out by Haberfield. Cal Poly Bashir attacks from the left side. Light keeps it up momentarily, but they can't get all the way back beyond the back line and send it over. It's a kill for Kendall Bashir, and Cal Poly's ahead by 9.
Yeah, Kendall Bashir has gone right at Jade Light all night long, and we're going to have a brief stoppage here as Jade Light and Hayden Bones also recently checked into the game for UC Davis. Chased that first touch all the way beyond the back line, close to the advertising boards, and Cal Poly has pulled away now for good in set 1. 23-14. Their 9-point lead is the largest of set 1 and their largest of the tournament so far.
Cal Poly rocking their midnight black uniforms. They're ahead 23-14. Another serve, this time too strong from Hurriet. So service error from Cal Poly makes it 23-15.
Yeah, and if you're UC Davis, even if you can't pull all the way back here into set 1, stacking a few points to end this first set is going to be so important for momentum going into set 2 with Mia Starr, the Big West setter of the year, behind the service line.
15 serving 23. Starr puts it over. Hurriet pops it up in the air right at the net. Bullis sets over for Kelly. She didn't swing and catch all of it, but caught about 50% of the ball, and it knuckles across and down. What an awkward swing there from Charlotte Kelly, but it just got enough to get over the net and land. It's set point in set 1, 24-15 off Charlotte Kelly's kill. Back behind the line is Emmy Bullis, the redshirt senior, trying to close out set 1. 24-15, she serves it over. Light pass up to Starr. She sets up for Chapinski from the left side, and she keeps Davis alive in set 1. The kill for Breeze Chapinski makes it 24-16.
Breeze Chapinski's been on the bright spot here in the first set. That's her 4th kill. She leads all attackers for the Aggies, but still facing a hefty 8-point deficit. It's going to be Rachel Dunnigan heading behind the service line.
Dunnigan will serve for UC Davis as they trail by 8. Take a long run to get back into this first set. Still set point, number 2 for Cal Poly, 24-16 as Davis will serve.
Dunnigan, not a notable attacker, coming off 10 kills against the Gauchos. Needs a big serve right here.
Dunnigan puts it across, pass from Hurriet, Bullis right at the net, sets over towards Bashir. She tries to tool the block, but Starr digs it out. Second touch goes over towards Light, left side attack, tip at the net, but kept up by the Mustangs. Set for Thalken on the right side, a tip that goes into the net off the dig, and the Aggies cannot get it across. Jade Light had it come off the net right towards her as she tried to free ball it. The touch goes into the net and stays on the Davis side. Cal Poly wins set 1, 25-16 to go up 1-0.
Yeah, we came into this game, Bruce, talking about how important the back row was going to be, and Cal Poly pulls away in set 1 in more parts than one thanks to their service. 3 aces for the Mustangs in that first set. They hit efficiently, 296, and for UC Davis, they need to figure out their serve and pass. That's where it's all going to start if the Aggies want to make a comeback in set 2.
This was a matchup between the top attack and the top defense in the Big West. So far, it's the Cal Poly attack that's winning that battle. They hit 296 through the first set and win it 25-16. We'll take a quick break before set 2 as the Aggies try to fight back on 22 West Radio. Set 2 getting underway in the pyramid. It's Cal Poly who won the first 25-16 to go up 1-0 in the Big West Championship Finals.
Yeah, and it was a run from Kendall Bashir halfway through set 1, a 6-0 run behind the service line that proved to be all the difference. As an attack, though, UC Davis has not gotten things figured out just yet, hitting 179 in that first set. Still looking for their stars to step up. Jade Light has been set 12 times, just 3 kills for her. Cal Poly has been active at the net as well, winning the blocking battle 2-1 so far. The side out percentage also tells the story of set 1. Cal Poly able to side out the Aggies at 76.5%. An incredible clip that just kept UC Davis from stacking points.
6 service errors for Cal Poly, or for UC Davis, excuse me, in that first set as well. Cal Poly with 3 of them. So the Aggies will try and clean it up from behind the service line as well, but beginning it will be the Mustang server, Kendall Bashir. She went on that 5-point run during the first set that got Cal Poly out ahead. Took the lead that they did not relinquish. So Kendall Bashir will serve again here to begin set 2. Cal Poly ahead 1-0, 2 set victories away from winning the Big West Championship. Kendall Bashir tosses it up with the right hand, now hits it across with some velo, but it's dug out by Cordero Barr. Bump set from Starr over towards the Light. She tips it across with the left hand off a tip. Cal Poly keeps it in the air. Bump set goes towards Frederick on the left side. Cordero Barr dives to the right and has the dig. Light swinging, it's just out of bounds. Went cross court and Jade Light can't find the line. That's her second attacking error, and Cal Poly wins the first point of set 2.
Now that first point, Bruce, UC Davis just looked a bit out of system. Mia Starr really having to communicate, telling people to get out of her way as she tracks down that second touch.
Bashir to serve again. She always spins the ball in her right hand before tossing it up with that same one. This time she booms it out of bounds. So Bashir, a hard serve again, but it's too strong beyond the back line. Tied 1-1 in set 2.
Certainly not the last we're going to see of Kendall Bashir here in set 2. And she's had so many service errors like that this season, but her serve definitely has improved throughout her collegiate career. Still so much power. Cal Poly willing to live with those errors.
Jimena Cordero Barr serves now for Davis. She puts this one over. Hurriet overhead pass to Bullis. She sets up Kelly in the middle. Off the tip. Cordero Barr, a great job to keep it up. One-arm dig. Light swings, and Jade Light has the kill. What a play that was from Jimena Cordero Barr, flexing her muscles as the Big West Libero of the year. She dove in from the back row, used one arm right underneath the net to keep it up in the air, and then Jade Light has the kill.
As important as the digs are for Jimena Cordero Barr, her teammates say it's her joy, but also makes her such a great teammate.
It's Cordero Barr serving after her fantastic play. Bashir pops it up near the back line. Hurriet puts it towards the net. Frederick pushes it across. Cordero Barr pass up to Star. Set goes to Light. Again, she hits line, but Bullis digs it out for now. Cal Poly scrambling now. Joust up above the net. Goes back onto the Mustang side. Frederick pushes it across. Somebody caught the net. It was Davis. So the Aggies get called for a net violation. Nice job by the Mustangs to get that free ball across off the dig.
Yeah, so many awkward passes in that sequence. But Breeze Chapinski cannot lay off the tape. She's the one called for the net violation, going up for a joust against Emma Frederick.
So it's 2-2 here in the second set. Cal Poly now subs in Ella Scott to serve again.
And Dan Connors having a chat with the officials, asking who made the call for the net touch, whether it was the chair judge or the side judge.
Our referees tonight in the Big West Championship Final are Sergio Garcia, Stacy DeWitt, Deanna Schneier, and Rachel Jensen.
Dan Connors happy with the answer, at least for now. So we'll move on. Still tied up here, 2-2 in set 2.
Ella Scott to serve for the Mustangs. Scott puts this one over, pass right underneath his Star. Back set goes to Chapinski on the right side, gets blocked, but Light keeps it up in the air. Now the set over to the left side, and nobody's home. Star tried to set it up for Light in front of the left pin, but Light had Dunnigan underneath her feet, and they got tangled up, so Light couldn't get to the set.
Yeah, Dunnigan, after making a great dig, cannot get up in time, and Jade Light cannot get around her. Awkward for the Aggies' attack on that one.
3 serving 2 in the second set. Scott puts this one across for Cal Poly again, and low to the ground. It's an ace. Ella Scott just got it above the tape that time, and it dives down in front of Dunnigan. 4-2 Cal Poly.
Cal Poly has been able to find service aces all kinds of ways. That time it's a float serve right into the back left corner. Excellent work from Scott.
Another serve from Scott. This time Dunnigan passes it up to Star. She sets for Chandler, but it's dug out back row by the Mustangs. Bullis goes for Frederick. She goes power angle, but Cordero Barr's dig goes back across the net. Now Bullis goes to Lelouch, and Chloe Lelouch has the kill for Cal Poly. They've won 4 straight points, and they're ahead 5-2.
And Emmy Bullis, what an adjustment. She was going to push it to the right pin for a Thalkin, but then Lelouch runs off her shoulder, and Bullis makes the adjustment. Her hips are still flipped towards Thalkin. An incredible set to throw off the Aggies' middle blockers.
Ella Scott serves again for Cal Poly. This time she puts it into the net, so it's a service error to break the run. These are a couple of long-tenured head coaches with their programs. Dan Connors in his 12th season with the Aggies, the first time that they've won the Big West regular season championship. And then for Cal Poly, Caroline Walters in her 6th season as the head coach, but 17th season overall on the staff. UC Davis serves now. Bones puts it over. Frederick pass. Now it's to Lelouch, tipped up, and Light digs it out. Star back set goes to Chandler, and the middle blocker for UC Davis has the kill. It's 5-4.
Allie Chandler coming off 4 kills yesterday against UC Santa Barbara. Now gets on the board here for the first time in the Big West Championship Final.
4 serving 5 in set 2. Hayden Bones, the senior, puts it across again. Bashir popped up in the air. Back set goes over to Thalkin on the right side. Overhead dig from Cordero Barr. Pass from Dunnigan goes to Light, tipped up in the air. Bullis with the dig. Hurriet now bump sets it towards the middle. Frederick goes to get it, and she powers it right up Cordero Barr and into the crowd. Emma Frederick with the kill for the Mustangs. They're ahead 6-4.
Emma Frederick having a heck of a game to this point already. 5 kills for her. She leads the way for the Mustangs. That time goes right at the front row. So much power behind her, swinging a great bump set out of system from Harriet too.
Frederick's top 5 in the Big West in total kills on the year. With her 5 today, she's got 372 on the season. Star sets up for Chandler again in the middle, and UC Davis has the connection work a second time in a row. It's 6-5.
One thing UC Davis has done well in this game is put Cal Poly off their frantic pace. The Mustangs, one of the fastest offenses in the conference. UC Davis has been able to slow the pace at times. Now they need to run behind the service line to stack a few points and make a comeback.
Jade Light ready to go. Tosses it up. Now she hits it across. Pass from Hurriet goes out of bounds. Bumps it, goes all the way across the net. Now Davis with a miscommunication, and it lands right on the floor. Emmy Bolos was falling out of bounds into the stands. Just tried to hit a bump set all the way over towards the net. It goes across it, but UC Davis had a couple players look at each other, and it falls right in between them.
Allie Chandler, Jade Light, Mia Starr, all crowded around the free ball. None of them stepped forward to take it. Those are the kind of plays that Davis will want to have back.
Cal Poly serves. Frederick puts it across. Light pass up to Star. Set to the left side for Urbino. Tipped off the blockers. Bashir keeps it up. Now Bullis goes to Lelouch in the middle. One-arm dig from Cordero Bar. Another great job. Back row attack. Roof down. Jade Light gets stuffed by Chloe Lelouch.
Chloe Lelouch elevates for another block. It's her alongside Bashir that denied Jade Light, who coming from the back row had to deal with a low set from Star. But she goes right into the center of the net. And double block had it covered.
Frederick lobs this one over. Pass up to Star. She goes to Hibino on the left side. She hits line but missed it by quite a bit. There wasn't a tip. So an attacking error for Davis makes it 9-5 Cal Poly.
Yeah, and UC Davis still looking to find their rhythm here in the second set. The attacking error starting to pile up, and so is the Mustangs' lead. They're back up by 4.
This Cal Poly team lost to Hawaii in the Big West Championship game last year. Jade Light passes off the serve, goes over to the left side. Now an attack from Vanos gets dug out. Cal Poly goes over to Bashir, has to just push it across. Set, dunked across. Now it's a kill for UC Davis. Mia Starr on the second touch just pushed it over the net and straight onto the floor. They break the 3-0 scoring run. It's 9-6.
Mia Starr, not the most aggressive setter, but she pulls out that move once in a blue moon, sees the blockers down, deposits a kill inside the 10-foot line.
Allie Chandler serves for the Aggies. Pass from Hurriet right up above the net. It's a joust, goes back onto the Mustang side and then goes across. And it's going to be a kill officially for Chloe Lelouch. Right off the joust, the ball was in the air on the Mustang side. Lelouch used one arm, basically her elbow, to push it back across. And then Davis, again, on an easy flying ball, can't handle it.
Yeah, just confusion from the Aggies on who's supposed to take the first touch when Mia Starr is in the area.
10 serving 6. Cal Poly puts it over. Pass from Bones. Quick set to the middle. Caldwell has the kill. Cal Poly bounced it around a couple of their players, but can't get it over before a fourth touch. It's 10-7.
And you're starting to see the game plan emerge from UC Davis. When they need a kill, they're turning away from Jade Light, instead going to their middles. It's Caldwell and Chandler who are going to need to pace the offense in this second set.
Mia Starr to serve for the Aggies as they trail by 3. Starr puts it over. Pass from Bashir up to Bullis. Sets to the middle from the back row. It's a roof for UC Davis. Frederick hit it right into a solo block at the net for the Aggies. Looked like it was Vanos in the middle there, right near Caldwell, but Caldwell caught most of it. Falls back down slowly onto the floor.
And the first block of the second set for UC Davis.
Serve here goes off the tape. Pass from Kelly. Now Bashir swings from the left side, gets blocked, but keeps it up in the air. Kelly sets up Bashir again off the blockers. It's dug out by Starr. Light puts it up to the right side towards Stupinski. Off a block, Hurriet digs it out. Bump set from Bullis. Frederick attack from the back row, dug out by Light. Bump set from Vanos. Now Light attacking. It's dug out way up in the air by Frederick. Bullis goes over to Kelly in the middle, dug out by Vanos. UC Davis puts it across on 2. Bullis sets over to Bashir on the left side. She goes cross court and has the kill. Bashir attacks from the left pin, puts it over into the back right corner. Cal Poly's extended their lead back to 3.
So much of that point, Bruce, was played on the left pin, and Bullis has no hesitation to turn back to Frederick for the 3rd time in that rally off the open hand set. Bullis so confident at the setter's position, and Cal Poly firing on all cylinders still in the second set.
11-8 Mustangs. Serve it across again. Light bumps it up into the air. Starr backs it all the way across for Vanos. She hits line, but it's dug out. Now Bullis goes to Kelly in the middle, gets blocked. Bashir sets across to the other side for Thalkin, dug out by Starr. Underneath, the set goes over again to Vanos, but it's dug out back row by Frederick. Bullis back set. Thalkin attacks again. Low to the ground. That'll be a kill Good effort from Starr. She went down to try and keep it up, but instead it's a kill for Annabelle Falcon. Cal Poly's ahead 12-8.
Annabelle Falcon's been kept relatively quiet throughout this match. She's going to be in the back pocket of Emmy Bullis, hanging out over there on the right side of the attack. The left-handed opposite is able to elevate through the double block and straight down.
Emmy Bullis gets the serving assignment from her bench. And she's ready to go. 12 serving 8. It's into the net. Service error for Bullis makes it 12-9.
Yeah, but you see, once again, Bullis aiming for Jade Light and Breeze Chapinski in the back row. Cal Poly has targeted Jade Light in service tonight extensively, trying to force the best player, the best attacker in the Big West into serve receive.
Rachel Dunnigan to serve for the Aggies back in the game. She puts this one across. Frederick overpass back onto the Aggie side. First touch Caldwell. Back set goes over to Chapinski on the right side. Tips it over, but it's dug out by Falcon. Bullis sets up Kelly in the middle, and she just did get it through. Oh, no, it was staying on the Cal Poly side. So it's I believe the call is a roof.
They're going to call a block in favor of UC Davis, and now the Aggies only down by 2.
Caldwell did have the block right at the net. It's a weird-looking play there. Hurriet pops this one up in the air. Bullis back set to Falcon on the right side. Off the blockers, it's dug out back row. Dunnigan keeps it up. Now Davis gets the attack across. Cal Poly wanted a violation. Bashir attacks from the left side. Dug out Cordero Barr into it just at the net, and Kelly puts it right back down. You could tell if Cal Poly didn't win that point, Caroline Walters was ready to argue that Mia Starr had broken the plane. Nonetheless, Cal Poly gets the point.
And Charlotte Kelly using the size advantage, standing 6'3". Her middle blocker height taller than Allie Caldwell, standing 6 foot even. Joust at the net was always going to go one way.
Kendall Bashir serving for Cal Poly. UC Davis getting a chant going with their traveling contingency. Bashir puts this one over. Cordero Barr pass. Starr dunks across again, but this time it's kept in the air. Left side, Frederick swings, gets blocked, kept up by Hurriet. Bashir to the ground on a pass, back to Frederick, and she's got the kill. Cal Poly scrambling, what a job from Kendall Bashir to get over there as she fell out of bounds and still put it in a good spot for Frederick to attack.
And great work at the net as well by Charlotte Kelly, just tipping the ball into the air every time it tips across the tape. Cal Poly's defense has been outstanding through 2 sets.
Over these last 2 days, Bashir has had to step into setting out of system a couple of times. She's done a great job. She serves again here. It's low but popped up by Dunnigan. Attack from Light on the left side. Goes off the blockers and out of bounds. Light was swinging from behind the 10-foot line. Just put it over with enough speed to go off of Falcon and then out of bounds. It's 14-11, Cal Poly.
Not an easy block to tool, and the Aggies refusing to go away. It was at this point in set 1, Cal Poly made a run. The Aggies need one of their own to respond.
Jimena Cordero Barr serves the libero for the Aggies, puts it across, pass from Bashir. Bullis goes to Kelly in the middle. She slams it right down. Charlotte Kelly's had a good match here. The freshman middle blocker up to 5 kills, and now we hit the media timeout in the second set. 15-11, Cal Poly ahead.
That was a serve that UC Davis desperately needed, and after the ball hits the floor, Annabelle Falcon is jawing a little bit with Jade Light. It's the Mustangs bringing the Mott Magic here to the pyramid. They're rolling once again in set 2, up by 4, looking to take a 2-0 lead.
15-11 Mustangs in set 2 here on 22 West Radio. Cal Poly ahead again here in set 2. It's 15-11 as the Mustangs are threatening to go up 2-0 in the Big West Championship final.
And after Cal Poly was able to side out UC Davis at 76% in set 1, they're continuing to get UC Davis off their attacking rhythm. 63% side out percentage compared to 46. Cal Poly still holds the advantage here down the stretch in set 2.
15 serving 11, Ella Scott to take it for the Mustangs. UC Davis looking for some fight here in set 2. Light pass up to Star right at the net. She sets a Chandler in the middle, but it's popped up by Bullis. Now Scott bumps that over towards Falcon on the right side. She swings. Dunnigan's dig goes right back across the net. Bashir dig. They go to the middle for LaLouche. Chloe LaLouche with another kill for Cal Poly. UC Davis has not had an answer for LaLouche. She's got 6 kills on 9 swings.
Chloe LaLouche, such an accurate season for her. And even when Davis is able to make a play in the back row through Dunnigan, Cal Poly remain in system and look to their middles.
17 kills and 4 blocks for LaLouche yesterday. Another good game here for her. Dunnigan pass. Star goes all the way across for Chapinski. Off a block. Scott digs it out. Falcon just pushes it over. Star first touch. Cordero Barr sets up Chapinski again. Tips it across again. Scott dig over to Bullis. She gets it to LaLouche, who just hook shots it over. Cordero Barr sets up Light from the left side. Off a blocker. It goes to Frederick. Set to Falcon on the right side. Dug out again, but now the whistle blows, and it's a point for the Aggies as Falcon attack from the right side. Looked like she caught a piece of the net.
Yeah, Falcon on her downswing. Caught the bottom of the tape. Was a bit confused, but didn't think to protest too much. Was also calling for a possible look at the Davis block touching the tape.
You can see on the replay it was Falcon's left hand as she swung that caught the net. Hayden Bones serving for the Aggies. Pass from Bashir. Bullis goes to LaLouche, who slams it right down again. Chloe LaLouche with full speed on that attack. It's 17-12 Cal Poly.
Chloe LaLouche is balling out here in the Big West Championship final. Now 8 kills on 12 swings. She's hitting close to 700 here in the final, Bruce.
17-12 Cal Poly ahead of UC Davis. Serve from London Haberfield. Pass from Light. Star right at the 10-foot line. Sets it right back to Light over a triple block dug out by Bashir. Now the set goes to LaLouche again, but this time Dunnigan keeps it up. Bump set out of system from Cordero Barr. Roll shot from Light kept up by Haberfield. Set goes to the left side for Frederick. One-arm dig from Dunnigan. Bump set goes over towards Light. Off a blocker and out of bounds. Jade Light has the kill as she was falling away. Still managed to get enough on it. It's 17-13 Mustangs.
Jade Light picks up her 5th kill, but in the back row, Rachel Dunnigan starting to make more and more plays. 7 digs now for her. The junior libero stands 6'2", but she is getting down in the back row.
As we mentioned, Dunnigan, she subs off. Back in is Victoria Vanos. Serving Jade Light. She puts it over. Pass high in the air from Hurriet. Set to LaLouche in the middle again. And she's got yet another one. Chloe LaLouche at 8 kills on 13 swings. It's 18-13 Cal Poly.
Chloe LaLouche simply does not miss, and Emmy Bullis continues to dish the rock well. Looks to Chloe LaLouche often, but in total, she's got 17 assists now and 7 digs, staring down a double-double.
Cal Poly serves. Frederick puts it to Light. Now Star right at the net. Sets up Chandler, who brings it right down. Allie Chandler with a kill out of the middle for UC Davis. And now they'll look for a run, trailing by 4 in set 2.
And as good as Cal Poly's middles have been, UC Davis looked to get theirs more involved. Chandler picks up her 3rd kill, but combined the middles for the Aggies, only 5 kills between the two of them.
Allie Chandler, all Big West 2nd team selection, puts it over. Bullis goes to LaLouche, who gets blocked. Now Bullis goes out to the left side for Bashir, and it's roofed right down. Double block at the net for UC Davis. Star alongside Caldwell. They send it back into the floor, and it's only a 3-point deficit.
Yeah, time, though, is running out for UC Davis. They've had to play catch-up through this entire 2nd set. They have not been able to stack points behind the service line.
Couple points in a row here. Pass from Haberfield up to Bullis. She sets to the left side. Bashir brings it right down. Kendall Bashir with the kill from the left pin for the Mustangs. She had a double-double yesterday, and now again with 4 kills and 5 digs so far here. 19-15 Mustangs.
And after that kill, Caroline Walters rises from the bench and raises a fist in quiet celebration. Mustangs continue to roll.
Mariner Farrell serves. Pass from Bones in the back row. Star goes over to the left side for Vanos, but it's dug out by the Mustangs. Bump set from Bullis way over towards the left pin. Blocked. Mustangs keep it up. Now Frederick goes to Bashir on the left side again. Blocked a 2nd time. Pass dunked across. Now it's dug out by Cordero Barr. Left side attack. Vanos pushes it over. Haberfield dig right up into a joust. Kelly tries to dunk it down, but now a whistle blows. It's a net against Cal Poly. Couple of players elevated there as it was a joust above the net. Bullis wound up keeping it on the Cal Poly side, but it looked like Kelly, as she attacked, caught the net.
Yeah, Kelly coming down, caught the net, and Emmy Bullis, as she descended as well, might have caught the bottom of the tape. So 2 infractions going against the Mustangs, and UC Davis has not gone quietly.
16 serving 19. Star, it's low, goes right back across, and it's dunked down by Caldwell. The serve got the Mustangs out of system. Their second pass went up above the net, and Allie Caldwell, the junior middle blocker, puts it down for an Aggie kill.
Charlotte Kelly tried to chicken wing it above the tape, and waiting on the other side was the Aggies middle blocker.
Mia Starr serves again, only a 2-point lead for Cal Poly, but here's a service error for the Aggies. It's their first of the second set after they struggled in set 1 with 6. There's only one service error in set 2, but it's a big one. Back to a 3-point lead for the Mustangs.
Still a 3-point lead for Cal Poly, and they only need 5 points, Bruce, to close out this second set. Trying to go 2-0 up here in the Big West Championship final.
I mean, Bullets serving for Cal Poly, had 51 assists yesterday. Here's a pass from Light. Starr goes over to the left side for Chapinski, and she's roofed down. Charlotte Kelly with a big stuff at the net. The freshman middle blocker and Big West all-freshman team selection sends us into a Aggie timeout. 21-17 Cal Poly.
Charlotte Kelly flexing her muscle. She's gotten involved more and more in the attack in this second set. And Cal Poly now has taken the lead in the blocking battle. Their 4th of the match, and it could prove to be the most pivotal. It's given the Mustangs a 4-point lead, and they only need 4 points, Bruce, to close out this second set.
The number 2 seed Cal Poly is threatening UC Davis. It's 21-17 in set 2, with the Mustangs already holding a 1-0 lead. Cal Poly 4 points away from taking tight control of the match as the Aggies call timeout on 22 West Radio. Cal Poly ahead by 4, 21-17 here in set 2. And JayDe, UC Davis, the 1 seed, was so dominant through the regular season, but they haven't looked sharp tonight.
Yeah, 16 wins in conference play, a new record. The previous was 13, and UC Davis relied on their defense so much this year, Bruce, that it was up to their star players. When they needed points to step up, they certainly need their stars now. Down by 4, and only Cal Poly needing 4 points here in this second set. UC Davis has not gone on a run so far tonight. They really need to side out Cal Poly from behind the service line right here, right now.
I mean, Bolas serves for the Mustangs. Pass from Light. Starr backside over to the right side. Swing gets off the blockers and is dug out by Frederick. Back set goes to Falcon on the right side. She's dug out by the Aggies. Starr underneath, sets it up. Chapinski wipes the block. Good tool there from Breeze Chapinski as she puts it out of bounds. Cal Poly's lead cut down to 3.
Yeah, Bruce Chapinski has played opposite all year long and really had a fantastic season. Playing second fiddle to Jade Light, picks up her 5th kill now, and it all needs to start in service for UC Davis, still down by 3.
Rachel Dunnigan serving for the Aggies. She puts this one over too strong. Goes not only beyond the back line, but all the way beyond the beach text behind it. So it's an easy read for Cal Poly. Service error for Dunnigan makes it 22-18.
And it's these miscues for UC Davis that will come back to bite them in set 2. That's now 2 costly service errors down the stretch.
Kendall Bashir back to serve for Cal Poly, looking to go on a run and end this second set. Bashir tosses it up, booms it over. It's passed by Dunnigan. Starr right there, sets over towards Light on the left side, popped up, and Frederick keeps it in the air. Bullis underneath, sets back to Frederick. She gets blocked, kept up by Hurriet. Bullis now back sets to Falcon on the right side, dug out by Starr. Cordero Barr takes the out of system set, goes over towards Chapinski. Her swing dug out by Bashir. Bullis underneath, sets Kelly in the middle. Dunnigan digs it out. Starr goes over to the left side for Light, tip, and then it's kept up by Hurriet. Burriet. They go over to the left side for Frederick. It's dug high in the air by Dunnigan. Now Light attacks from the left pin, gets blocked, and it's roofed down. Cal Poly with the big stuff at the net. Charlotte Kelly and Annabelle Falcon as UC Davis is scrambling out of system. Block it back into the floor. Cal Poly 2 points away from a set 2 win.
And Rachel Dunnigan is doing it all in the back row. She finds herself alone behind the 10-foot line as the Aggies had crowded around the net. As hard as she is working, Cal Poly's middles are working harder. Charlotte Kelly having herself a game. 5 kills and now 3 block assists, as Cal Poly is now on the brink of a set 2 victory.
UC Davis calls a timeout. They need to get something started fast. 23-18, Cal Poly ahead in set 2 here on 22 West Radio. UC Davis calls timeout as Cal Poly is just 2 points away from going up 2-0. It's 23-18 in set 2 of the Big West Women's Volleyball Championship Final.
And looking to apply the finishing touch as much as she did in the fourth set the last time these two teams met. Behind the service line, it's Kendall Bashir.
Bashir ready to go. Tosses it up high. Now hits it over. Cordero Barr passes up to Star. Goes to Light on the left side. She tips it over and down. Jade Light took a little off there, and Cal Poly can't scramble underneath it. Big point for Davis coming out of the timeout. It's 23-19.
Crucial sign out for UC Davis, and they give themselves a chance. Now Jimena Cordero Barr, the libero of the year, is back to serve. Her strength in service is picking her spots and going off speed. Expect her to turn to Dan Connors for some instructions before she steps up to serve.
Moisture spot being wiped up after a couple Cal Poly players dove for that last one. Now Emmy Bullis is satisfied with the court's condition. Jimena Cordero Barr will serve for UC Davis, the sophomore libero. Top 3 in the Big West in digs on the season. 19 serving 23 in set 2. Cordero Barr, native of Tijuana, puts it over. Pass from the back row. Hurriet gets the Bullis. Now Frederick attacks. Got way up off the floor, and Frederick gets it through a blocker and down. It's set point in set 2, 24-19 for Cal Poly.
And it's another side out for Cal Poly, needing just 1 point now to put UC Davis 2 sets in the hole.
Back into serve is Ella Scott. Mustangs trying to go ahead 2-0 in the Big West Championship Final. Scott serves this one across. Pass from Light. Star underneath. She back sets over to Chapinski on the right side. Tipped over but kept up by Thalken. Bullis goes over to Frederick on the left side. Tipped and kept up. Now Chandler attacks. Nice dig from Bashir. Frederick puts it right back over. Dunnigan pass up to Star. Sets up for Light. Gets blocked, but it lands on the Cal Poly side. Got a good piece of it there, did Thalken, but it just stayed on the Mustang side of the floor and then lands. 24-20, UC Davis now needs a run.
9 out of 10 times, Annabelle Thalken gets that block to touch the floor. But on the 10th time, Jade Light is going to show up with just enough power to push it across.
Set point number 2 for Cal Poly. 20 serving 24. Hayden Bones puts it across for the Aggies. Pass from Frederick. Bullis right at the 10-foot line. Back set. Thalken right side. Goes off the blocker. Jimena Cordero Barr keeps it in the air. Light attacks from the left side. Popped up and over. It's going to be a kill for Jade Light. Hurriet can't get there in time. Back-to-back points for the Aggies. They still trail by 3.
Yeah, back-to-back points, and Jade Light involved both times. Caroline Walter's going to let this one play. Cal Poly still facing set point.
21 serving 24, set point number 3, and it's hit into the net. A service error from Hayden Bones puts an end to set 2. Cal Poly now can taste the Big West Championship. They're 1-set victory away from a sweep.
And Hayden Bones, not the server you would expect to serve it into the net in that situation. 35 aces on the season. She is their service specialist. It just speaks to the miscues Davis has been struggling with through these first 2 sets, Bruce, as Cal Poly has been the better team from start to where we are now, which was 25 points separating the Mustangs from their first Big West Championship tournament title.
UC Davis, the 1 seed. They're not out of it yet. They'll try and fight back, and the only way the Aggies could win this Big West Championship is with a reverse sweep. They'll head back into their locker room and talk things over, see what adjustments that Coach Dan Connors can make. When we come back for set 3, Cal Poly looks to close it out on 22 West Radio. Set 3 about to get underway in the Big West Women's Volleyball Championship Final. Cal Poly and UC Davis going head-to-head, the top 2 seeds in the conference, but Cal Poly, being 2 seed, has won the first 2 sets. They're on the doorstep of a sweep.
Yeah, and if you look at Cal Poly's precedent this season, they have not been reverse swept in any of their matchups. However, UC Davis have pulled off one reverse sweep this year against UC San Diego, a pivotal match that kept UC Davis undefeated early on in the conference schedule. They will need a repeat of a performance that they were only able to pull off once. There's a UC Davis team that is very good, Bruce. They simply have not played up to their own standards through these first 2 sets.
That UC San Diego reverse sweep that you mentioned for the Aggies was one of 9 straight wins, open up the conference schedule for UC Davis. Their first loss came at the hands of the Mustangs, and that's the only time these 2 teams have played this year before today. Rachel Dunnigan serves to open up set 3. Mustangs keep it up. Bullis sets up into the middle for Charlotte Kelly, and the Mustangs are right ahead to open set 3, 1-0.
Yeah, and Cal Poly continues to feed Charlotte Kelly, the freshman, having an outstanding match in this final. Her 6th kill. She was so big down the stretch in set 2, and Bullis continues to trust her in the middle.
Right away, Kendall Bashir behind the service line for the Mustangs. 4 kills and 7 digs tonight for her. She spins the ball up in the air and then hits it over. Pass from Cordero Barr. Star at the net, sets up Light, pushes it over with the left hand. Bullis, an easy dig. Harriet bumps that over towards the left side for Frederick. She puts it right down. What a sharp angle for Frederick. Barely got it above the tape, and no real chance for Cordero Barr to get underneath it.
Yeah, and for the first time tonight through these first 2 points, UC Davis just looks off the tempo and off the pace of Cal Poly, who now look to speed up their offense. Ball starts in service.
Cal Poly with all the mojo right now. 2 serving 0 to begin set 3. Bashir booms this one across. Dunnigan pops it up in the air right on the back line. Bump set from Cordero Barr. Light fades away but gets it across. Bullis, a diving dig. Now Cal Poly scrambles and they have to free ball it across. Look close, but pass from Dunnigan keeps the point going, and Caldwell has the kill for UC Davis. Allie Chandler out of the middle for the Aggies. They're on the board with their first point of set 3.
And Rachel Dunnigan continues to make plays in the back row, makes a good read, and passes from beyond the back line right to her setter Star, who's able to run the slide play in system.
It's Chandler serving for UC Davis. Pass from Bashir right up to Bullis, set to Kelly in the middle, but she was not on the same page with her setter. It's in the wrong spot. So the set falls right into the ground. Back-to-back points for the Aggies is tied at 2.
Yeah, Bullis and Charlotte Kelly have been running close middle plays all game long, and that time Bullis pushed it a little bit too far outside.
Allie Chandler serves again for the Aggies. Overhead pass from Bashir, close to a double touch, but they don't call it. Frederick gets it across, dug out by the Aggies. Left side attack from Star as she was coming down, managed to get it across. Bump set from Harriet over towards Frederick. She elevates but gets roofed. UC Davis, it's Mia Star and Allie Caldwell right above the net, who put it right back down into the floor. They've won 3 straight points and have their first lead of set 3.
Their first lead of set 3 and their first block of set 3. Davis needs their block to wake up, the best blocking team in the conference so far this season. Only 4 blocks through 2 sets.
Serving again, this time it's into the net from Chandler. UC Davis coming into today first in the Big West in opponent hitting percentage, opponent kills per set, and opponent's assists per set. So this is, by all measures, been the best defensive team in the conference. Cal Poly hitting just 209 today, but it's been enough for them to get out to a 2-0 lead. 3-3 in set 3. Serve goes across and out of bounds. Too strong from Scott of Cal Poly. It's 4-3 Aggies.
Now, you mentioned how good Cal Poly has been offensively, but they've also just been able to capitalize on UC Davis's errors. 10 service errors for UC Davis so far tonight. They're also getting outdug by the Mustangs, 45-38.
Cal Poly, the best team in the conference in hitting percentage and opponent blocks per set. Pass from Star goes up into the air. Now Falcon attacks from the right side. Star digs it out. Davis on the attack, right side. Here's Chapinski. She tools the block again. Chapinski's done a nice job on the pins when she's needed to wipe the blocks off for kills. She's had it tonight. Mia Star will serve again.
And UC Davis hitting below 200 in both sets tonight. They've turned to Breeze Chapinski. She's now hitting 200 even, having picked up her 5th kill.
5 serving 3. Pass low. Bullis puts it across on 2. It's put right down by Light, but Cal Poly digs it out. Left side attack out of bounds from Frederick. The Mustangs were out of system for that whole point there. It's 6-3 UC Davis.
And Emmy Bullis has eclipsed a double-double now. 20 assists, 10 digs for her. That time pushes it a bit too outside for Frederick's reach.
3-0 scoring run for UC Davis. 6 serving 3. Popped up in the air from Harriet. Bullis goes all the way for Frederick. She's roofed again. Cal Poly has lost their flow, and UC Davis has their first confidence boost of the day. Allie Caldwell with the big stuff there, and now Cal Poly calls timeout.
The run started with a block, and now a block pushes the Mustangs into a timeout. The first 4-0 run for Davis today. They've finally woken up in this third set. It took them a few points, but now the block has come alive. It's Cal Poly searching for answers in the early goings of set 3.
A 4-0 scoring run for the Aggies has revitalized their bench and their crowd. It's 7-3 UC Davis in set 3 on 22 West Radio. Seven to 3 UC Davis. Cal Poly hitting really their first shot of adversity on the day. It's 7-3 Aggies ahead as Cal Poly had to call timeout.
Yeah, a 4-0 run for UC Davis, buoyed by 2 blocks. They need to play like they are the best team in the conference, as they have been all season long. And for Cal Poly getting back on track starts with their serve and pass, getting their setter, Emmy Bullis, back in system.
Mia Starr serving for the Aggies, the junior Big West setter of the year. Gets this one across, pass in the back row up to Bullis right at the net. She sets up for the lose, but it's dug out by Cordero Barr. Light attacks from the left side, got it through, and it's a kill. Bullis can't keep it in the air. Jade Light with another kill for UC Davis. They've won 5 straight points.
Jade Light has been a game breaker for UC Davis all season long. She has not found her form yet so far really in this tournament, Bruce. They need her to come alive as well in set 3, her 9th kill.
8 serving 3. Star puts it across. Pass from Bashir up to Bullis at the net. She sets up Lelouge, who deposits it right down, hitting in the gap between the middle and the left pin. Lelouge had nobody meet her at the net. Too easy for the middle blocker for Cal Poly. 8-4, Aggies still ahead.
Chloe Lelouge finished the season on a high note and has carried that momentum into the Big West Championships. Now has 9 kills on 15 swings.
London Haberfield serves for Cal Poly. It's low pass from Dunnigan. Attack from the left side. Chapinski dug out by the Mustangs. Now Frederick just pushes it across. Pass from Chapinski. Now over on the right side. Light attacks and gets it down. UC Davis was out of system, but they still scramble and get the point. Jade Light from just in front of the 10-foot line hits a roll shot down to the floor.
Davis, for all of their defensive acumen, are also a very good team out of system. We have not seen them flash that potential through these 2 sets, but now firmly in control, they're starting to flex their attacking muscles.
Jade Light holds the ball out in front of her, gives an exhale. Now the senior booms it over. Pass from Bashir, handled well. Bullis goes over to the left side. Frederick has the kill. And, you know, we were talking about it during the break, JD. Cal Poly's passing has been so on point for these 2 days. That was another great example there from Bashir, getting the Cal Poly attack right in system.
Yeah, something Caroline Waters talked about after the Mustangs took down Long Beach State, of how good Long Beach State is as a serving team. Cal Poly was a better passing team last night. That's what gave them a 4-set victory.
Frederick has her serve tipped to tape. Now, the attack from UC Davis will go for a kill. Light got it up to Star, and then the back set to Allie Caldwell was right in rhythm for Davis.
Allie Caldwell starting to find her form now. 3 kills on 3 swings, has not been turned too often. That time just runs straight to the net and is able to elevate on negative tempo on a set from Mia Star.
10 serving 5 in set 3. Put across by Cordero Barr, popped up from Haberfield. Now it goes to Lelouge, and UC Davis once again caught on their heels. It's the 3rd time today that the Mustangs have put a ball over that isn't moving too quick or too difficult for a dig, but the Aggies had a couple players look at each other before it hit the floor.
And it's the communication between Mia Star and her outsides or her middles. Really, Star's not a first touch taking setter, but her attackers have been leaving the ball to her on those free balls.
Service error for Cal Poly. Marin O'Farrell subbed in, but then put it into the net. It's 11-6 UC Davis as they try to push this to a 4th set.
Yeah, now re-entering the fray is Hayden Bone. She comes on for Breeze Chapinski. Finished out set 2 with a service error, looking for a bit of redemption in her senior season, hoping to take a Big West championship back home to Davis.
Bones puts this one over. Haberfield with a nice pass right to Bullis at the 10-foot line. Back set. Frederick attacks from the back row and puts it right down. This Mustang attack continues to look dynamic. They're down by 4, though, here in set 3.
Yeah, Emma Frederick picks up her 10th kill. It's a crucial side out for UC Davis. Hayden Bones will exit. Back to the bench she goes.
Emmy Bullis to serve for the Mustangs. Second in the Big West in assists. 25 aces on the year, but Light controls this one. Starr goes over to the left side, and it's going to be a kill for Victoria Vanos. Puts it off the Mustang blockers and into the antenna.
Really good that time from Cal Poly to just get above the net, but off the blockers into the pin. It's a quick side out for UC Davis. They've struggled with that all night tonight. And Rachel Dunnigan now back to serve. She's been impressive in the back row. 8 digs for her.
Vanos was in for that point, got the kill, and then headed right off. Rachel Dunnigan back on to serve. It's an errant pass from Hurriet. Second touch from Falcon. Back row roll shot from Frederick dug out. Davis on the attack. Light on the left side. Tools the block again. Davis with back-to-back nice tools in front of the left pin. They're ahead 13-7.
Yeah, and it's a nice tool from Jade Light. She's struggled on her approach so far tonight, having to take stutter steps many times on sets. That time, stutters her momentum again. Is able to push it right into Falcon's left hand.
Dunnigan serves. Hurriet better pass this time up to the middle, but it's dug out in the back row by UC Davis. Bones puts it over towards Light on the left side. Roofed right down. Couple of Mustang blockers right up at the net. Annabelle Falcon and Charlotte Kelly. The freshman Kelly got most of it. 13-8. UC Davis ahead by 5.
And after her service, Hayden Bones in the back row forced to push a very difficult set to the pins. Cal Poly had the angle and the line covered. That double block has been active. Now 6 for the Mustangs on the night.
Kendall Bashir serving now, and she puts it into the net. A service error for Bashir. Usually when Bashir misses on the serve, it's too long, but this time she was a little low.
Awkward miss from Kendall Bashir, but now UC Davis will take the points any way they can get them. Still holding on to a sizable lead here in set 3.
Allie Caldwell serves it just out of bounds that time. It's a little bit beyond the back line. So service error there for Allie Chandler makes it 14-8.
Yeah, and UC Davis thought that one was in. It was Kendall Bashir trying to see it out as it landed just beyond the back corner. And after her service error, Chandler sums out back in Jimeno Cadero Bar.
Ella Scott subs in to serve for Cal Poly. Dribbles it a couple times, now hits it across. Pass from Dunnigan, Starr underneath, sets up Light on the left side, goes off the blockers. Now it's up above the net, and the Luge pushes it right back down. The Luge off the first block had it bump right back up above the net, and the second time she pushes it down onto the floor.
Yeah, Chloe LaLuge uses her 6'3" frame to elevate above the tape and with 2 fingers punch it to the soft spot inside the 10-foot line.
Ella Scott serves again, still a 4-point lead for the Aggies. Pass from Light up to Starr, right at the net. She goes right back to Light. It goes off the blockers and out of bounds. UC Davis has started to find their rhythm and get their passing dialed in. That time it's right in system for Light to Starr and right back to the Big West Player of the Year.
Yeah, Jade Light now sitting on 12 kills, hitting just 179 on the night. So looking to bring that hitting percentage up and carry UC Davis through the closing stages now of set 3.
Mia Starr serves with a 5-point lead. Pass from Haberfield. Now it goes over to LaLuge. Chloe LaLuge has the kill for Cal Poly, her second in the last 3 points. She's up to 12 kills on 19 swings tonight.
Chloe LaLuge is now leading the Mustangs in every statistical category, kills and hitting percentages. Also has 2 blocks on her line. She has been outstanding from start to finish so far.
Haberfield serving for Cal Poly. It's a knuckleball that floats over, but Cordero Barr handles it. Backside over to Light on the right side. Dug out by Bashir, high in the air. Bullis goes over to Frederick, who has to just tip it across. Now a dunk on the second touch gets blocked by Cal Poly, and then Davis can't get it back across. Nice work again from LaLuge in the middle. Cordero Barr tried to go for a second touch dunk, but as LaLuge was standing in the middle, she blocked it right back down. Davis's dig floats across the net and out of bounds.
A one-arm block that time from Chloe LaLuge.
London Haberfield serves a second time for Cal Poly. Pass from Cordero Barr. Little low. Starr goes to get it. Now goes to Chapinski, and she puts the block right out of bounds. Breeze Chapinski with the kill from the left pin for the Aggies.
Crucial point for the Aggies. Preserves their 4-point lead, and this third set continues to roll. Jade Light has had a rough night in service so far. No aces yet for her. It'd be a big time to get one here against a struggling Cal Poly back line.
Jade Light serves for UC Davis. It's popped up from Bashir out of bounds, but Haberfield able to track it down. Now attacking LaLuge in the middle, dug out by Starr. Light puts it over towards the right side. It's blocked and down on the Aggie side. Another roof for Cal Poly. This time it's Emma Frederick and Chloe Lelouch shoulder to shoulder. Lelouch has really started to take over this third set.
Chloe Lelouch picks up a big block, and she's got to tie up her shoe after that one. Reese Chapinski, for her credit, on her swing, it took her off balance, and that block falls right back into her lap.
Emma Frederick serving for the Mustangs. The junior puts it over. Cordero Bar pass up to Star. Back set into a middle attack, and it'll go for a kill. Allie Caldwell has it for the Aggies. Another side out for UC Davis. They're ahead 17-13.
Allie Caldwell stays perfect on the night. 4 kills on 4 swings. Not able to handle it in the back row was Hurriet.
Cordero Bar serving for the Aggies. She puts this one into the net. Service error for the Aggies is number 12 of the night. 17-14, Cal Poly staying close and within striking distance here in set 3.
Yeah, Cal Poly was down by as many as 8 to Long Beach State last night in a set that Long Beach went on to win, but Cal Poly was able to close the gap. Caroline Walter said of her team, it is that tenacity that keeps them in sets. Even though they're down by 3 here, Bruce, they are not out of it.
Calif Hurriet serves it, tips the tape, and then falls. Hurriet couldn't have placed that one any better. No chance for Davis to get there. It's an ace for Calif Hurriet, and Cal Poly's within 2.
Oh, and a little bit of magic on Cal Poly's side as that ball dances across the top of the tape and finds the floor.
Hurriet serves again, 15 serving 17. Cordero Bar controls this one. Star goes over to the left side, tipping across is Vanos. Dig goes right back across. Star goes to Chandler. It's out of bounds. As Allie Chandler attacked, it just caught a piece of the net, and that kept it up in the air long enough to get out of bounds. Cal Poly now on a 3-point scoring run, and the Aggies call timeout.
Dan Connors wants a second to talk things over, and as Mia Starr comes to the sideline, the head coach and star setter have a brief conversation. Cal Poly now back within 1. UC Davis at no point this season in the conference schedule has been swept, and holding on to just a 1-point lead. They have to be looking over their shoulder at the Mustangs. They now threaten to take their first ever Big West Championship title here in set 3.
16-17, only a 1-point deficit as Cal Poly tries to fight back here in set 3. We'll take a quick break on 22 West Radio. Seventeen to 16, UC Davis ahead by 1 here, but Cal Poly on a 3-0 scoring run. They try to make a comeback in set 3. They're just 1 set victory from winning the Big West Championship.
And Calif Hurriet has been the catalyst behind the service line for Cal Poly, an ace and a decent serve that put Davis a bit out of system. She looks to continue her run now.
Calif Hurriet serves out of the timeout. Light passes up to Star. She backsets over to Chapinski, hitting from the gap. It's blocked and out of bounds. Chapinski once again with a solid swing there. Powers it off the Mustang, blocking out. 18 to 16, Davis ahead.
Crucial for Davis to get that point. They stay in the lead, but it's only 2 points. The Mustangs certainly capable of runs late in sets. UC Davis will need every single serve to land inbounds and in play. Stay ahead here in set 3.
Hayden Bones serves for the Aggies, and it's out of bounds. Too strong there. Bones with her second service error of the night. It's 18 to 17.
Really uncharacteristic night for Hayden Bones in service. The senior has been so solid. She moved into the rotation this year as a service specialist and led the Big West for the majority of the conference schedule. Now 2 costly errors that give Cal Poly the serve back.
Emmy Bullis serving for the Mustangs. They only trail by 1 as Bullis looks to tie it up. The setter puts it across late with a low pass, but Star gets there. It goes to Vanos, put it right off of the blocker's face, back across the net. Vanos attacks again. Bullis digs it out. Bump set from Hurriet to the left side. Bashir roll shot goes down, and it lands. Kendall Bashir has the kill for Cal Poly. We're all tied 18 apiece as the Mustangs now try and roar back for 7 points from a Big West Championship.
Cal Poly has not led since the opening stages of this match, but now they're looking for the crucial second lead change here in set 3.
18 all. Emmy Bullis serving again in this third set. She puts it over. Light past the star at the net. She sets up Chandler, and she brings it right down. UC Davis with a big kill to retake the lead.
Big time from Allie Chandler, elevating in the middle, and Star able to find her middle blocker on negative tempo. Davis retakes the lead, and Cal Poly will continue to battle down the stretch in set 3.
Serving is Rachel Dunnigan. 19 serving 18. Davis puts this one over and out of bounds. It's back-to-back service errors for the Aggies, who have 14 of them tonight. 19 and 19 here in set 3.
And Cal Poly has to be counting their lucky stars that Kendall Bashir can get behind the service line now. And Dan Connors will want to try to ice Bashir now with a untimely challenge. He's going to challenge for a double touch, but really, Bruce, this is more of a timeout than anything.
He's challenging to see if that serve caught the line, it looks like. There's a service error for UC Davis. Dunnigan, as she walks over into the huddle, gives a gesture to say it just missed with her 2 fingers together. The ruling on the floor is that the serve was out of bounds beyond the back line, but UC Davis pulls out their first challenge of the night.
Yeah, Dan Connors will be hoping that this caught just an inch of the tape along that back line, and Kendall Bashir is the finalist of a 5-0 run. 5 straight serves in set 1 is what put set 1 out of reach, a set the Mustangs were able to win 25-16. Kendall Bashir, the last time these two teams met, was also deadly in the attack, had a great game, and was the one to finish the game. 18 kills in the first matchup, hitting .313, served the match-winning, not ace exactly, but UC Davis could not get it back across the tape. And the call is in here. Bruce Bashir will get her chance to serve.
It's going to stay. The call on the floor that it was out of bounds.
So Kendall Bashir will head back behind the service line. The best server for Cal Poly looks to take the Mustangs into the promised land.
19 to 19 here in set 3. Serving once again is Kendall Bashir. Cal Poly trying to take the lead here in set 3. Bashir booms it over and inbounds. It's an ace for Kendall Bashir. UC Davis will challenge immediately again. Their players all looked over to Dan Connors, and he didn't even need the ask. He cups his hand into a C. They thought that one missed. There was a little hesitation from the line judge before she put the flag down, so this will be an interesting review.
Well, why don't we make the call, Bruce? All season long, we've had a decent record with challenges. This happens right in front of our vantage point on the right side of the floor. I'm going to take a gander and say it's in.
I thought it looked like it hit the line, but I'm not saying that with a ton of confidence.
It just looked like Bashir picked her spot along that back line and was able to hit it successfully.
It's such a nasty serve that Bashir has. It's got so much topspin and comes across with so much velocity that even when it flies over the net and looks like it's bound to be out of bounds, it just works its way right down onto the line more often than not.
Kendall Bashir has had an incredible season, and this Cal Poly team, 2023, they made the semifinals. They defeated UC Davis to get there. It was a 5-set match in 2023 that gave Cal Poly a chance, but they lost to the eventual champions, Hawaii. And then in 2024, they defeated Long Beach State in the second round and were able to make it to the final, where they once again lost to Hawaii. No Hawaii in the tournament this year, so the boogeyman is not inside the pyramid tonight. But Cal Poly have been getting closer and closer and closer to the first 2 editions of the Big West Championships, to finally taking that trophy back home to San Luis Obispo. And after an incredible season going undefeated at home, they're now just 5 points away with the serve in the hands of Kendall Bashir. It has to be Cal Poly who like their chances.
It's an overturn, though. A good challenge here from Dan Connors, and the serve was indeed out of bounds.
Wow.
The UC Davis gets a huge point. It'll be 20 to 19, UC Davis ahead.
A huge flip down the stretch, and Davis, a team that has not been swept at all this season, will look to push this one to 4 and then 5.
Chandler serves for the Aggies. Pass in the back row, high from Hurriet. Bullis sets over to the left side. Frederick off a blocker. Light keeps it up. Now Light swings again from the left side. It's in bounds. Light got a tip, and it landed in anyway. Jade Light has the kill, going cross court from the left pin.
And the player of the year steps up big time. Mia Starr on the back set. Trusts Light to find an angle, and she does. So much power, sends it right into the lap of the line judge. And now it's Cal Poly who wants a timeout to talk things over.
Caroline Walters sends us to another stoppage here down the stretch. It's 21 to 19. UC Davis 4 points away from forcing a 4th set in the match. We'll be right back on 22 West Radio. Cal Poly calls timeout to try and stop the bleeding late in set 3. Back-to-back points won by the Aggies has them ahead 21-19.
Yeah, Jade Light coming up big. It'll be Davis turning to her down the stretch.
Chandler serves out of the timeout. Bullis right at the net, sets up for Kelly in the middle, and she brings it right down. Cal Poly back within 1 point and 5 away if they can make a comeback from winning the Big West Championship.
Charlotte Kelly having one of the best games of her entire season at the right time. 6 kills now on 14 swings and 4 blocks. Gives the serve back to Ella Scott.
20 serving 21 here in set 3. Cal Poly already ahead 2-0. Scott puts this one over. Dunning and a high pass up to Starr. Set up for Light on the left side. Light brings it home. Jade Light has the kill for UC Davis. He went cross court to the back right corner again. Second time in a row she's elected for that shot. 22-20 Aggies.
Yeah, Jade Light, if it's not broke, she's not going to fix it. Now serving instructions and blocking instructions coming from Dan Connors on the sideline. A crucial serve coming from Mia Starr.
22-20. Starr puts this one over. It's popped up in the air from Hurriet. Bullis underneath. Sets up Dalkin on the right side, who pushes it over, but it's dug out by Starr. Cordero Bar goes over to the right side. Roll shot will be a kill for Brace Chapinski. Went right over Annabelle Falcon and then dove down in front of Emmy Bullis. Wasn't hit very hard, but Chapinski has the kill.
Yeah, and Falcon just ducks out of the way. It's coming at her face. She cannot get her arms up in time. Now it's advantage Davis, needing just 2 points to force a 4th set.
Mia Starr serves again for the Aggies. Pass from Hurriet over, hand slam right down. Jade Light puts it into the floor for UC Davis, and now it's the first set point of the night for the Davis, 24-20 in set 3.
And Jade Light, 3 of the last 4 points for UC Davis. She has been huge.
Set point in set 3, 24-20. UC Davis serves it over. Pass into the back row, bump set from Bullis over towards Frederick. She gets blocked, but Hurriet keeps it up. Now it's put way up in the air. Dalkin on the attack. It's popped up in the air. Davis keeps it going. Light attacks from the left side, but hit it out of bounds. No tip is the ruling. Oh, but now they're going to overrule it. The judge up on the ladder says that he saw one, and UC Davis has won set 3, 25-20. We're going to a 4th set.
And for the first time in this entire Big West Championship, Bruce, we have finally seen Jade Light come to life. 16 kills now, 4 of them come in the final 5 points for UC Davis, who now push this match to 4 sets in what could be a huge momentum swing late on in set 3. That challenge at 20-19 gives Davis a chance to close it out, and they don't blink. The final few points go the way of the Aggies, and we're going to 4.
4-point scoring run to close out set 3. Gets UC Davis their first set victory of the night. 25-20 the final in the 3rd set, and now we're going to a 4th. Cal Poly still just 1 set victory away from clinching the match here in the Women's Volleyball Big West Championship Final on 22 West Radio. Set 4 getting underway momentarily. UC Davis with their backs against the wall pull out a set 3 victory. And now we're going to a fourth. Cal Poly still ahead 2-1 in the Big West Women's Volleyball Championship Final.
And for the first time tonight, in the first set tonight, Bruce, it's UC Davis out hitting Cal Poly. They hit 419 in set 3. Cal Poly hits just 231. And most of that is thanks in part to Jade Light, responsible for 4 of the final 5 points for UC Davis on 4 kills. She now has 17. Her line doesn't reflect how good she was down the stretch in set 3, hitting just 267. But the player of the year shows up when the Aggies need her most. It's a whole new ball game here in set 4.
Opening up set 4, London Haberfield serves for Cal Poly. Popped up in the air. Set goes over to Light. Haberfield digs it out. In the back row, Bullis has her set go all the way across the net, but a first touch attack dug out by the Mustangs. Now another pass goes across. This time Chandler keeps it on the Aggie side. Light swings, and it's out of bounds, but with a tip, Jade Light has the kill to open up set 4.
And Cal Poly just could not get a pass to Emmy Bullis. A few passes out of system, a few passes in the back row from her, yet turning to free balls for UC Davis. And the Aggies take the first point of set 4.
We've been waiting for Jade Light to get it going. Here's a low serve from Chandler, bumped up in the air from LaLouche. Mustangs have to free ball their communication off point here to begin set 4. Set goes to Light. She tips it over, but kept up in the air by Bullis. Hurriet bump set. Goes to the left side for Frederick. She tips it over. Now Caldwell attacking, and it's down. UC Davis has the kill. They win the first 2 points of set 4.
Allie Caldwell picks up her 5th kill on 5 swings. She has not missed tonight, Bruce. That time goes a little off speed above the single blocker and inside the 10-foot line.
Allie Chandler serving again for UC Davis, up 2-0 in the 4th set. Pass from the back row. Bullis right at the net. Sets up LaLouche, who brings it right down. Chloe LaLouche, when they're fully in system, almost has no answer. 2-1, Aggies ahead.
Chloe LaLouche lays down the hammer. Her 13th kill gets Cal Poly on the board. But Cal Poly have not been their best passing out of serve receive to start set 4. Davis will have some confidence, up 2-1.
Frederick serves here. Pass from Light. Star goes right back to Light. Big swing. It's popped up and kept up by Hurriet. They go to LaLouche again, but a nice dig from Bones keeps it alive. Light roll shot, dug out in the back row by Hurriet. Bullis right at the net, goes to LaLouche another time, and it's another kill for Chloe LaLouche. She's got 14, and now this 4th set is turning into Jade Light versus Chloe LaLouche head-to-head.
Chloe LaLouche set a career high with 17 kills last night. She has 14. Would not be surprised if she breaks that career high before we finish out set 4. She is running off the shoulders of Emmy Bullis and is laying it down every single time.
Emma Frederick serves into the net this time. A service error from the junior outside hitter for the Mustangs. It's only the 11th service error of the night for Cal Poly compared to 14 for Davis.
Cal Poly's been able to serve a relatively clean game to this point. And now Mia Starr steps behind the service line for the Aggies.
Starr dribbles a couple times, now hits it across. Pass from Haberfield up to Bullis. She goes to LaLouche again, and it works again. Chloe LaLouche is up to 15 kills, and we're all tied at 3.
15 kills on just 24 swings, Bruce. She's still hitting above 600. Now she subs off. Big applause from her teammates, and they're going to need to do the substitution one more time before LaLouche can finally get a break. But Emmy Bullis has to be thanking her lucky stars that Chloe LaLouche is in the middle and producing, peaking at the right time for this Mustangs team.
There's some confusion here for Cal Poly as they do their sub. LaLouche getting called back onto the floor again. What they're trying to do is have Kelly stay on and LaLouche sub off in favor of Scott. So now it's finally handled the right way. Ella Scott comes on to serve for Cal Poly. Kelly stays in the middle.
And a change at middle blocker. Primary middle blocker attacking now is going to be Charlotte Kelly. She's had a decent night as well. 7 kills on 15 swings.
Ella Scott serves 3-3 in set 4. Cal Poly puts this one across. Done again pass. Star underneath. Sets it up for Chapinski. She tried to wipe the block, but it goes out of bounds. Cal Poly with a good job to get their hands out of the way. It's 4-3 Mustangs.
Yeah, and in the middle immediately is Charlotte Kelly. She says swipe or no swiping to Breeze Chapinski, whose push goes beyond the back line and out of bounds.
Ella Scott serves again. The junior from San Clemente. 4 serving 3. She gets it across. Pass from Cordero Bar up to Star. Backs it over to Light on the right side. It's blocked and roofed.
Oh, no.
Oh, no, they got it across. What a job from Cordero Bar. Now just at the net, and the Mustangs win it after all. Emmy Bullis elevates and puts it down on the floor. What a job that was from Cordero Bar. She sprawled out in the back row, used one arm from the back line to get it back across, but Emmy Bullis gets Cal Poly the point in the end after all.
Star, Dunnigan, one-arm digs, and Cordero Bar keeps that rally alive, and then great job in the middle by Kelly.
My goodness, 5-3. Now an attack from Caldwell, dug out by Haberfield. Bolus goes over to the left side. Bashir swinging, dug out by Dunnigan. Star back set over to Light on the right side. It hit the antenna on the attack, and the point goes to Cal Poly once again. Now the Mustangs on a 4-0 run. They're ahead 6-3.
Yeah, run from the Mustangs, and it's despite the best efforts of Jimena Cordero Bar in the back row. Davis, their attack is looking better. The set going from Star to Light just a bit too far outside.
Ella Scott serves again on this 4-0 scoring run. Cordero Bar pass up to Star, sets up for Light from the right side. It's kept up momentarily by Haberfield, but then it hits the ground. Jade Light up to 19 kills as she's gotten herself involved across these last 2 sets.
Yeah, Jade Light has become A1. We saw Mia Star go away from her for a few points in set 2, instead turning to her middles. Now Jade Light has finally awoken, and the Mustangs are going to have to deal with it for the rest of set 4.
The Big West Player of the Year ready to serve. She gets this one over, but out of bounds. Jade Light with another service error. 7-4, Cal Poly ahead.
Yeah, and it's another attacking change coming for Cal Poly. Annabelle Falcon re-enters the fray. London Haverfield's job is complete at the defensive specialist role, so more size on the floor now for Cal Poly.
Emmy Bolus serves for the Mustangs. 7 serving 4 in the 4th set. Pass from Cordero Bar. Star has to run to get under it. Now sets it up for a shot from Vanos, but it's dug out. Bolus goes over to Bashir on the left side. Roofed right down. Breeze Chapinski with a two-handed stuff at the net. Puts it back into the floor. 7-5, Cal Poly ahead by 2.
Breeze Chapinski with the strong hand. Elevates and sends that ball right back into the floor. A strong block. Gets the serve back on the Aggies side.
Cordero Bar serves the libero for Davis. Puts it over. Low pass back across the net. Now Davis on the attack. Jade Light from the back row hits it out of bounds. Tried to high point off some hands, but no blocker was there for Cal Poly. It's 8-5 Mustangs.
And a missed opportunity from Victoria Vanos off the overpass. She went to dunk it down. Could only dunk it into the tape on the Aggie side, and off the recycle. Jade Light, no blockers up to meet her, and she aimed for high hands that simply weren't there.
Kendall Bashir flips it up in the air. Now booms it over and out of. Oh, it's in! Wow, another topspin serve from Kendall Bashir. Just found the back line. This time Dan Connors signaling there won't be a challenge. His players looked over, ready for it, but they won't ask for a review this time. 9-5 off the ace from Bashir. Here she goes, ready again. Bashir booms it way long this time. I can say that confidently as it bounces off the Big West logo and into the sand pit. 9-6, Cal Poly ahead by 3.
Kendall Bashir, 2 aces so far tonight. Nearly had a third. That would have put Cal Poly up 20-19 in set 3. Then goes for all power on that last serve, Bruce, and a few fans in the sand pit tonight had to duck down.
Hayden Bones serving for UC Davis. Pass from Hurriet. Bolus right at the net. Goes to Kelly in the middle. It's a solo roof. Allie Chandler by herself on an island, and she puts it back into the floor. One-on-one between the middle blockers, and the Aggies get the point.
Allie Chandler, that's her first block of the night, Bruce, and it's a solo stuff.
Hayden Bones serves again. They trail by 2. Pass from Bashir. Bolus moving, sets it up. It's powered over, but Light has the dig. Left side, Vanos tries to wipe a block, and she did get a tip. Vanos has the kill for UC Davis, and they're within 1.
Victoria Vanos has been intermittent in the lineup at best this season. Entered late against UC Santa Barbara and has now found a starting spot in the rotation here in set 4.
Hayden Bones serves for UC Davis. Overhead pass from Bashir. Bolus gets to Kelly, who tips it right back down. Kelly used her fingertips to just push it across. Cal Poly with a point to extend their lead back to 2.
Great vision from Kelly. She spots Hayden Bones in the back right corner of the Aggies defense. She's hanging out flat-footed. Kelly pokes it right beyond the 10-foot line where Bones can't reach it.
10 serving 8 in the 4th set. Cal Poly 15 points away from a Big West victory. Pass from Cordero Bar. Star goes to Chandler in the middle. Off a tip, it's gonna land. Allie Chandler has the kill to get the immediate side out for the Aggies.
Allie Chandler continues to produce from the middle position, and Mia Star continues to dish the rock. 35 assists now for the Big West Setter of the Year to go along with 14 digs.
Back in to serve, Rachel Dunnigan off the bench. The junior defensive specialist for UC Davis gets this one across and low. Bashir up to Bullis, used one hand to keep it on the Mustang side. LaLouche gets dug out. Now Light attacking. It's still up, but a double touch called against UC Davis, and that's a roof for Cal Poly. Jade Light was attacking in front of the left pin, but Falcon got a hand on it. 11-9 Mustangs.
There's a traffic jam for the Aggies over there on the left pin. Chandler running the fake, and then Jade Light couldn't get it through the block. Cordero Barr got the first touch to it. 4 players inside a phone booth there on the right pin for the Aggies.
London Haberfield serves off the bench. Light pass right up to Star at the net. Back set to Chandler, gets blocked. The second time it goes to Frederick. Now Aggies on the attack again off a tip. Dig from Bashir back up to Bullis. Now left side, Frederick attacks, dug out by Dunnigan. Star goes to Light on the left side. Her attack dug out by the Mustangs. Frederick attacking off a tip. It goes to Bones. Chandler from the middle, just out of bounds. Cal Poly wins off the Aggie attacking error. It's 12-9.
Yeah, UC Davis playing catch up here in this fourth set as they've had to do for most of the night. Crucial attacking error, although UC Davis hitting efficiently, just cannot find the floor.
Senior London Haberfield puts this one over. Cordero Barr up to Star. Now to Chandler. She brings it right down. A hook shot from Chandler finds the floor. Aggies with the big side out. They only trail by 2.
Good pass out of serve receive comes from the back row, and the Aggies run the exact same play twice in a row. Coming from the back row is Chandler. Sets a little behind her, but she's able to dig behind her left ear and get the kill.
Haberfield, a high pass up to Bullis off the serve. Goes to LaLouche, and it's powered right down. When the Mustangs need a point, they go to their middle blocker, and the sophomore delivers again.
Chloe LaLouche, we're running out of things to say about her. She is simply so efficient. Every swing looks the same. She puts it on different parts of the floor every single time. Chloe LaLouche, 16 kills on 615 hitting.
0 attacking errors for LaLouche. The serve from Frederick is into the net. So it's 13-11. Cal Poly still ahead by 2.
And now change comes here. Out goes Hayden Bones. Back into the fray. In the front row is going to be Allie Caldwell.
Mia Starr serving for UC Davis. 11 serving 13 in set 4. Starr puts this one across. Pass from Hurriet. Bullis has to bump set it over towards the left pin. Bashir swinging, gets blocked. Now Cal Poly gets it back across on the second touch. Set over to the left side. Light tries to tool the block, but it's out of bounds without a touch. Mustangs win the point, and they're out ahead by 3.
There's not a system set from Jimena Cordero Barr coming to the left side. The Aggies just cannot get a touch off the block. Off goes Chloe LaLouche again as London Haberfield re-enters in the back row. Another successful rotation for Chloe LaLouche. She is pacing this Mustangs offense.
14 serving 11 here in the fourth set. Cal Poly 11 points away from winning the Big West Championships. Ella Scott back in to serve. She puts this one across. Cordero Barr up to Star. Sets to the middle for Caldwell, and she puts it right back down on the floor. UC Davis staying close here in this fourth set. They only trail by 2.
Really good work, and it's the middle starting to produce more and more for the Aggies. Caldwell comes on and continues her hot hitting night. 6 kills on 7 swings for her.
Jade Light serving now for the Aggies. All Big West first team selection and the Big West Player of the Year with another service error. Jade Light just has not been able to find her rhythm from behind the line. That's her 3rd of the night. It's 15-12 Cal Poly sending into the media timeout.
Cal Poly's been in this position before tonight. Now they just need 10 points to close it out. They wanted to slam the door on Davis in the 3rd set. Didn't happen. All thanks to Jade Light. Now an opportunity to get 10 points and claim that Big West Championship in set 4.
Cal Poly will try and complete their quest for a Big West Championship after the break. They're 10 points away here on 22 West Radio. (15-12), Cal Poly ahead of UC Davis in the 4th set of this Big West Championship final. Cal Poly 1-set victory away from winning the match, and they're only 10 points from it.
Yeah, and UC Davis, not the time to be hitting at their lowest clip of the night, just .045 in set 4. Cal Poly, mostly thanks in part to Chloe LaLouche, hitting .235 in set 4.
UC Davis won the 3rd set as their attack finally got going, but now they've slowed down again. Emmy Bullis serving out of the media timeout. Bullis puts this one across for Cal Poly. Pass from Light. Star backs it over to Chapinski. She powers it right down. Chapinski hitting line from the right pin. Finds the back line. They're back within 2.
Reese Chapinski, the Big West honorable mention now, has touched double-digit kills in the Big West Championship final. 9 kills on 23 swings.
Jimena Cordero Bar serves for UC Davis. 13 serving 15. The libero of the year in the Big West gets this one over. Pass high in the air from Hurriet. Back set from Bullis over towards Thalken. It's kept up momentarily, but then it'll hit the ground. Good effort there from Star, but it's a kill for Annabelle Thalken.
Coming out of the timeout, Cal Poly's mentality has to be matching UC Davis point for point and then waiting for Kendall Bashir to get behind the service line where she is now to hopefully go on a run and close out this 4th set.
16-13, Cal Poly 9 points away. Kendall Bashir to serve again. She hits this one over. Light controls it. Star underneath. Sets up to the left side. Vanos' attack is out of bounds without a touch. Tried to go for the back line and high to get a tip, but did not find one. It's 17-13 Mustangs.
Kendall Bashir has had some success on this side of the floor tonight. This is where she went on that 5-0 run in set 1. And now to ice her momentum, Dan Connors is going to take a timeout.
When Kendall Bashir is behind the line, Mustangs are always threatening to go on a run. It's 17-13, so Dan Connors throws up the timeout sign. 4-point lead for Cal Poly here, and JD, they're only 8 points away from winning the Big West Championship.
Only 8 points away, true, yes, but UC Davis only 4 points behind. This is a team certainly capable of going on a run. They've been the best team in the Big West all season long, and for Cal Poly, they certainly don't want to go to 5 sets. Up 2 sets known, a 5th set would mean Davis would have to have all the momentum. Caroline Walters talked so much in the press conference last night about how proud she was of her team, of showing grit, showing resilience down the stretch against a Long Beach State team that did not roll over in the semifinals. As for UC Davis, their semifinal matchup was equally tough. They faced a mostly one-dimensional offense against UC Santa Barbara and were able to overcome it thanks to an incredible defensive effort. So neither one of these teams particularly wants to go 5 sets. Davis for their exhaustion, Cal Poly for momentum reasons. But Bruce, Cal Poly 8 points away. They're going to turn to Chloe Lalouse down the stretch. They need to get her back on the floor. She comes in soon alongside Emma Frederick, who also has 10 kills tonight.
Jade Light had started to really take over. She was playing strong through the end of the 3rd set that went Davis's way in the beginning of this 4th set. But now she's cooled off a bit again. The Aggie attack only hitting .040 in this 4th set. That's not going to get it done as they try to extend the match to a 5th. This is the final season in the Big West for this UC Davis program before they move to the Mountain West. And after they won the Big West regular season title, they're going to need to try and make a comeback here in set 4 to make it 2 titles in the same year.
And returning to the floor for the first time in a while, Brooke Habino for UC Davis so far tonight. I've not seen too much of her, just 1 kill on 8 swings. She comes in a big moment for Kendall Bashir to serve.
Bashir tosses it up again. She booms this one over. It's controlled by Cordero Bar. Star backs it over to Chapinski on the right side, but it's roofed down. Emma Frederick got over there, extended her right arm out nearly perpendicular alongside the net, and just got enough on it to find the floor. 18-13, Cal Poly ahead by 5, but now we'll get a challenge from Dan Connors.
Dan Connors is going to challenge, I believe here, Bruce, for a net touch or a violation breaking the plane. Charlotte Kelly elevated, her hands were outstretched in front of her, able to put palms to the ball and send it straight down. Dan Connors going to use every means of his disposal to slow the pace of this 4th set down with Cal Poly on a 3-0 run.
The block clearly did land in bounds, so the review here will have to be looking at the net and the area underneath it. Looks like it's a pretty quick review, and we'll get the call.
Do not believe Charlotte Kelly had extended her arms over. This is just a chance for Dan Connors to talk to his team once again. They need a 5-point run, and they need it fast. They need Jade Light to do what she did at the end of set 3, where she was responsible for 4 of their final 5 points. Light here in set 4, just 2 kills. Has swung at the ball 57 times, however, Bruce, hitting just 175 on the night.
It's an unsuccessful challenge for UC Davis. Point stays with Cal Poly, 18-13, and the Aggies now out of challenges for the rest of set 4. Bashir booms this one off the tape, but it's kept up by Chapinski. Bumps it over to Habino. She goes power angle and finds the floor. Habino with a big point to break the Mustangs' scoring run. It's now only a 4-point deficit.
Kendall Bashir's serve puts the Aggies off the net consistently, but that's where Brooke Habino thrives, attacking that time from a few feet beyond the tape, and is able to get it around the double block and down.
Hayden Bones subs in to serve for UC Davis. 14 serving 18 in set 4. It's low to the ground, but Hurriet pops it up. Cal Poly across on 2. Star sets over to Habino, just tips it over, but it's dug out by Bullis. Out of system, Hurriet gets it over towards Frederick. Just got it through the blockers. They want a double touch, but then as Chandler, after she lifted it, then she stepped backwards underneath the plane. So a couple of violations there. Caroline Walters with a smirk on her face as she cleared the ball off the floor. UC Davis calls another timeout here as it's 19-14 Cal Poly.
Yeah, they're going to want a timeout because the next rotation sees Chloe LaLouge return to the floor. Cal Poly's able to complete one full rotation quickly, starting out UC Davis efficiently as they have all night long. Chloe LaLouge, who leads Cal Poly with 16 kills, just one shy of tying her career high, is about to return with the Mustangs only needing 6 points to capture that elusive Big West Championship title.
19-14 here in set 4. Cal Poly got all the way to the Big West Championship game last year against Hawaii, but could not close it out. Now they're just 6 points away from finishing with better fortunes here against UC Davis.
Cal Poly suffered a few injuries, though, in the semifinal against Long Beach State last year, Bruce, that really did not have them at full strength for the final. Cal Poly, a program that for so many years has prided itself on having big-name players return to the program, something they have certainly recaptured this season. And if we go all the way back to 2023, the last time these two teams met in the Big West Championships, we mentioned it in the open, 15 players from both teams have returned here in 2025. For Cal Poly, that's Emma Frederick, London Haverfield, Emily Bullis, Annabelle Falcon, and finally Ella Scott, who we've all seen at times in this championship final. They remember having taken down UC Davis in 2023 in the first round, and now just 6 points away from that championship.
This Mustang team has had an interesting journey this year. They opened up the conference schedule at 2-2, including a loss here at the Pyramid against Long Beach State back in early October. From that point, they went on a 10-game winning streak and really established themselves as one of the top teams in this Big West Conference, as they were expected to be. They finished second in the Big West preseason poll, wound up finishing in a 3-way tie for second at the end of the regular season, but had the tiebreaker. So Cal Poly had a bye through the quarterfinal round of this Big West Championship. Won yesterday over Long Beach State in a tightly contested 4-set match. Now they find themselves 6 points away from winning the Big West Championships. Serve here from Hurriet. UC Davis on the attack. Chandler does not get it across. Chandler in the middle. Didn't even look like there was a block from the Mustangs. She just short-armed it, attacking from the middle and hit it into the net. 20-14, Cal Poly 5 points away.
That ball hit into the net, but Chloe LaLouge and Annabelle Falcon in the area.
Hurriet serves again for the Mustangs. Pass from Cordero Barr. Star goes to Chandler again, but this time it is roofed. Chloe LaLouge with the stuff at the net. The sophomore for Cal Poly sends it right back. 21-14, the Mustangs are close.
Chloe LaLouge will stay in the front row, and now changes coming from Dan Connors. He's going to change out Brooke Habino in favor of Victoria Vanos, a change we've seen throughout the Big West tournament. Vanos, a capable attacker in her senior year, will need to drag Davis back from a 7-point deficit in set 4.
Cal Poly 24-7 on the season, looking for their 25th win today. Star sets it over to the left side, off a tip. Bullis has the dig for the Mustangs. Frederick left side attack, goes off Cordero Barr and into the crowd. Emma Frederick has the kill for Cal Poly. They've won 4 straight points. It's 22-14.
Sometimes it's about peaking at the right time, Bruce. You mentioned that 10-game win streak Cal Poly went on. Now they're on a 4-0 run here in the Big West Championship final, hoping to become the 3rd straight 2 seed to capture the Big West crown after back-to-back titles from Hawaii.
Calif Hurriet serving again for the Mustangs. She gives an exhale. 3 points away are Cal Poly. Here's a pass from Vano. Set goes back behind to Chapinski. It's dug out by the Mustangs. Bullis goes over to the right side for Thalken. Off a tip, dug out by Chapinski. Star tries to dunk it, but gets sent right back. Emma Frederick waves the finger, saying no way. It's a roof for the Mustang outside hitter. 23-14 now the score.
12th block of the match for the Mustangs, and their 5-0 run continues. They are simply unstoppable above the tape.
Once again, Hurriet to serve for the Mustangs. She gets this one across late, pops it up over to her setter, Star, but it's dug out by Bashir. Back set from Bullis over to Thalken. She's got the kill. Cal Poly's won 6 straight points, and now it's match point. 24-14. Cal Poly looking for one more point to win the Big West.
And a traveling contingent from San Luis Obispo rises to their feet. They've brought the Mont Magic to the Pyramid all night long, and now Calif Hurriet looks to apply the finishing touches.
Cal Poly needs one more point. Match point in the Pyramid. This serve into the net.
Oh.
So UC Davis will see one more chance 24-15. It'll still be match point.
And down by 9, in comes the libero, Rachel Dunnigan, 2 serves. She has been outstanding in the back row tonight, 11 digs, but needs the service run of her life to drag Davis back into this Big West Championship final.
Match point number 2. Cal Poly 1 point away from winning the Big West. Dunnigan puts this one across. Bashir pass up to Bullis. Set to LaLouche. Gets blocked. Kept up by Hurriet and then pushed over by Frederick. UC Davis on the attack. Light popped up in the air. Hurriet keeps it up. Bullis back set. Goes to Thalkin. It's down. It's in. And Cal Poly has won the Big West Championship on a kill from Annabelle Thalkin. 25-15 in set 4. Cal Poly storms the floor as they are champions.
It's a dog pile inside the 10-foot line as the Mustangs finally capture that elusive championship that has been out of their grasp for the past 2 seasons. The Mustangs dominate in set 4 to take it in a victory. The Walter Pyramid has turned into the Mott Athletic Center tonight, and Cal Poly runs out the benefactor. What a finish here to an incredible Big West tournament.
The number 2 seed in the Big West Championships, Cal Poly, beats Long Beach State yesterday and beats the 1 seed UC Davis today. The Mustangs are Big West champions here in the Pyramid. They win set 4 25-15 and take down the top dogs of the Big West.
And the trophy is out on the floor, Bruce, as are the hats, as are the shirts. And UC Davis still in a huddle at center court. The celebrations for the Mustangs ongoing. But UC Davis, after the best season in program history in the Big West, fall just short of the Big West Conference title.
The 3rd edition of the Big West Championship goes to Cal Poly. They'll get an automatic berth to the NCAA National Regionals. They win against UC Davis here. The final line scores 25-16. Cal Poly won set 1, 25-21. The Mustangs took set 2. UC Davis fought back with a 25-20 win in set 3, but then the Mustangs retook control 25-15 in set 4 to win the match in 4.
And Chloe LaLouche is the standout for the Mustangs tonight. 16 kills on 27 swings with no attacking errors. Falls 1 kill short of her career high. Emma Frederick also finishes with double-digit kills, 12 for her, alongside 9 digs just short of a double-double. And Emmy Bullis, the setter, another double-double for her on the season, 34 assists and 15 digs at times throughout the tournament. Bruce, it's felt like Cal Poly are the team of destiny.
Let the celebration again begin for Cal Poly. The Mustangs come down to the Pyramid in Long Beach and win the Big West tournament. Cal Poly is the women's volleyball 2025 Big West champions. That'll do it for us here at the Pyramid. Cal Poly wins the tournament and takes home the Big West Championship trophy back to San Luis Obispo. For JayDe Beaudry next to me and the rest of our 22 West Sports crew, I'm Bruce Kuntz, and this has been Big West Championship Women's Volleyball on 22 West Radio. Thank you so much for tuning in to this long year of Big West Women's Volleyball. It's been a joy to have you along with us. We'll be back on the air for Long Beach State men's basketball tomorrow at 2 p.m., so we hope you'll tune in for that. Thank you for listening to this one tonight, and one more time, congratulations to Cal Poly. They're the Big West Women's Volleyball champions in 2025.